fuck's sake! I thought I pressed the microphone on. Obviously, my mouse must have skipped across it. Right. Okay. I shall recap. What I said is Angel is only here because there's a scrap of. Yeah. I know. No, she wants to tell me that I know. There's no audio. There is audio now. Yep, I know. Thank you, though. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie's ringing me, but no, I know. So, yeah. Anyway, they're all going to be like, yeah, the sound started now. No sound mat again. There should be. There we are. Better sound. Yes, there we are. It's all good now. Thank you, Jackie. Sorry, there's a 30-second delay between me doing something and then everyone knowing what I've just done. So, I know. I literally just pressed the button and my mouse must have skipped off it. Yeah, I know. They're all texting me now to tell me that there's no sound. Anyway, right. So my dog just didn't want to stay here because I didn't have any more food left. She's been sitting on the bed. But because the food ran out, then she's like, I now go out. Let me out. So anyway, yeah, we're all doing okay. Yeah, spirits have returned after a pretty shitty couple of days. Thanks to the wankers out there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are fucking legion. They are legion. They are twats. And they are going to fucking get their comeuppance in the end. They are going to get their fucking comeuppance, I can tell you. Right. If it ain't the police bullshit with COVID, it's going into Plymouth, and then people watching my live stream and going, oh, he's out and about in his car, and they're all ringing the fucking police. He's out in his fucking car. He's out in his fucking car. COVID, out in his fucking car. COVID, out in his fucking car. Yeah. So, when I get to Plymouth and we go and do an explore, yeah, we get the police. I've clocked my vehicle, and then they decide that they're going to come into a building that we're in, that we didn't break into, but they don't know how we got in. So they kick the fucking door into the building, come in there with dogs, and arrest us. We're there with cameras, and we're there filming, and they say, you're under arrest. And I'm like, why? And they're like, doesn't matter, you're under arrest. So they cuff us and take us out of the building, and we're like, we are YouTubers and we've been doing filming. Not interested, tell us down the station. I'm like, bit extreme in it, guys. A little bit extreme here. Don't matter. We're seizing your car. I'm like, I got my dog in the car. Yep, your dog's going to the kennels. Right. Yeah. And then we find out that there have been multiple people have been reporting us for COVID violations because they are miserable little shits. Miserable little knuts. Yes. So, yeah. There's a little bit of a clusterfuck went on there because 15 police officers and 2 dog vans in order to extract a couple of vagrants, because they said we were vagrants. Homeless people. They said we were homeless people in a building. But they said the reason we were interested in you is because when we looked up your car registration, then we realised we had reports that you were breaking COVID violations. So it's like, oh, really? So it's like, yeah. So it's COVID violations and it's vagrancy and then da-da-da-da-da-da. But anyway, I'm going to do a video on this in the future, right? So, okay. Welcome to Devon and Cornwall Police, okay? So, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball right from the arrest, right the way through the interview stage and the collection of evidence. They've dropped the ball so many times. So all I'm going to say is I'm going to keep my cards to myself because I don't want to say too much at this point. But trust me, we are making inroads with this one as we speak, okay? And we will wait a little bit of time because trust me, some things mature much better with time. Okay, and for me to just go and put a video out now showing you what we have and showing you what we know, maybe a bit premature. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Trust me, you're all going to be gagging now. Tell us, tell us, tell us. No, 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 no. This will mature nicely, like a nice cheese. You know, we give this some time, it will be mwah, absolutely pucker. Yeah. So just watch this space. And I'm getting fed up with this bloody COVID bullshit. So I've actually said to them, I said, I would like to have you do me for COVID. I want you to process this, because I've had a number of police have said they're going to process me and I've never heard anything about it. Now, I know that it's not that the system is slow. I think it's that they actually bother, they look at my YouTube channel and then they go, actually, we're not going to do it. But they threaten it, but then they don't do it. So this time I've said, I want you to do it. I 100% want you to do it, because I want to speak to the COVID people, because I want them to see my evidence, so I can have, you tried to do me and it failed. And I'll then carry those pieces of paper with me wherever I go. So when I get Mr. Police Officer going nah, 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 in my face and going, YouTube is not valid, and I can go, look at that then, yeah? See ya. Okay, because I'm getting a bit bored of it now, and I'm getting a bit bored of the fucking Matt Hoopers or whatever it is, or fucking Space Hopper, or fucking pricks, and the fucking Swindon spastics of this world, who think it's okay. It's okay for them to go out exploring, but they're going to ring the police continually on you and fucking accuse you of things that you haven't done, yeah? That you are entitled to do. Because the rules don't apply to them. The rules just apply to fuck you. See? So what they can do is, you know, go out and explore whenever they want. But you're breaking COVID. Yeah, we have these fucking penises out there. Absolute fucking penises. So, like I say, you are going to enjoy this story. It is going to be a good one. You are going to go, oh my God. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the reason you haven't seen me for the last couple of days is because I spent 15 hours in a cell. Yeah. 15 fucking hours in a cell. Right? And when they released me, they released me as they do, exactly at the moment that they know that you're not going to be able to get your car back. And it's too late to get your dog back. So I then had to spend an extra day stuck in Plymouth. No hotels open. So just go and imagine what happened next. Yeah. Just let your imaginations run wild with that one. Yeah? Okay. So, there you go. So, like I say, the wankers are going to get it, right? We'll deal with the police separately, right? But the wankers who are fucking trying their best with this shit, right? I am never going to give up on these fuckers, right? I'm never giving up on these fuckers now, right? You rattle my cage, yeah? I am going to fucking annihilate you, yeah? Matt Hooper, yeah? All you little fucking stupid things you've been sending out, I told you, I warned you, don't dig yourself a hole with your lies, didn't I? I said I would quit whilst you're ahead, because you don't have the brain cells to be able to fucking challenge me and challenge the things I'm going to put forward, yeah? You don't have the fucking brain cells, okay? So I would quit whilst you're ahead, okay? No. I'd love to read you some of the shit he's been putting out there. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's painful. I'm taking you to court. I'm taking you here. I'm getting this done. I'm getting that done. I'm fucking, really? Are you? You're a fucking superhero, aren't you, Matt Hooper? You're a fucking superhero. Da 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 da. He's a fucking superhero, that guy. Yeah. What he's going to do to me and how I'm going to be this and I am going to be that, and my family will do this, and my relations are in the police, and da 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 da. Fucking really, honestly, yeah. You wanna hear the shit he's been coming out with. We are fucking, yes, we are going to war, Daniel Draper. We are going to fucking DEFCON 1. We are fucking going to DEFCON 1 because I'm fed up with these pricks. I am absolutely fed up of them. Now I know a lot of people are pissed off because they can't go out at the moment. I mean, I heard Subex Simon put out a very impassioned video the other day. I suggest you go and watch it. But he was just basically saying people are getting really, antsy with him in the comments and nasty, and that guy, he's just a pure explorer, likes to do explores, and like people are getting pissy, you know what I mean? And it's like he's been noticing it. And he's saying, can you just be patient, please? Because it's like, people expect him to be like a bloody, like a secretary, like in a 24-hour call center. They expect, go and watch his thing. I mean, I feel sorry for him because, I mean, he's kind of like, he's a well-known YouTuber. And he's saying, I've got like 200 messages a day and people expect me to answer them. And like he said, I do like to answer every single comment and respond to people and make them feel like I'm not just ignoring them. And he's like, but you got to realise, he's like 200. I'm like, 200? You're lucky, mate. Try about 800 a day. That's like how many messages I get off bloody YouTube and emails and bullshit I have to delete. I was saying to people, like, if I go away for a couple of days, right, I mean, I have like about 3,000 email messages, and they're not spam because I've got a spam filter to get rid of those. It's like, it is literally like every day I'm sitting there going like, delete, 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 delete. I got it down to a fine art. I can just read and I can tell the names and the type of message. Delete, 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 delete. Honestly, it's crazy. So I mean, yeah, welcome to the world of being a YouTuber. Yeah. So anyway, there we are. I mean, if you spoke to me 2 days ago, I was pretty bloody bored, pretty bored, stuck in a bloody jail cell, trying their best to do as they do. You try to get some sleep, they wake you up. Are you all right, Mr. Williams? It's like every fucking, every hour. Are you all right, Mr. Williams? So they make sure they're fucking with you, which is number one. Then they go, would you like anything? And I go, well, I wouldn't mind a cup of tea. So 1 hour later, you'll get your cup of tea. 1 hour later. Yeah. Is there anything else you want? Well, I just don't want to be woken up, so probably best to say no, isn't it? Yeah, fuck's sake. Yeah, wouldn't even give me soap to wash my hands because I had pigeon shit on them. No. I said, so can I have some soap? Yeah, I'll sort it out. Never heard anything back. Yeah, okay. Can I have some food? He's like, fucking wake me up at 7 in the morning to come in to take my pulse. I told him to fuck off. I didn't say fuck off. I just went, nah, give it a rest, mate. And he goes, what's your problem? I said, what's my problem? What? I'm asleep and you come in and wake me up to take my pulse. I was about just fuck off. Jesus Christ, honestly. So, yeah, it's all bollocks. It's all bollocks, but it has to go through the process. Yeah. And like I say, I will keep some of it. I'll keep some of it for the live stream because, trust me, I'm only giving you this much. All right. This is the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. There's a lot I'm not telling you here. And you're going to go, oh. You're going to go, oh. And I assure you that once I'm going to let this roll, right? I'm letting this roll because I want the police to go, right then. And then I'm going to go, well, here's my side of it. Here's my information. And they're going to go, bop, and fucking, I just want to see it. I can't wait. So I'm just like this now. Come on then. Come on then. I know what you're up to. Come on. Yeah. Let's fucking go for it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we've just requested a lot of information off the police. And if I know the police in the way they don't like it up 'em, and they don't like answering questions. They like to dole out shit, and they like to do things with wrong procedures. But you start pointing the finger back at them, and they go yeah, and it's like, so yeah. Let's see whether or not they play ball. Let's see whether or not they're fair in the way they're behaving, because I am asking them for some information right now, and I'm going to wait to see whether that comes through. I will be amazed if it does, to be perfectly honest, because they're not going to like that. Yeah, and yeah. And then when everything's coming to the fore, I'm going to go, well, did you know this? Seems like you didn't, did you? Da-na-na-na-da. Oh dear. And they're going to go, oh fuck, why didn't you tell us this? And I'm like, well, you never asked, did you? I don't have to offer anything to you if you're not asking the right questions. Not my problem. Yeah. So, we will keep that one sweet, and we will keep them guessing. God alive. I mean, some of these freaking coppers, they couldn't investigate their way out of a bloody paper bag. Talk about knuckleheads kicking in a door to a building. Wow. Really? Kicking in a door to a building because there might be vagrants inside. Really? Where'd you get that information from then? Yeah. How'd you come to that conclusion then? Wow. So, sorry. Right. Anyway, that aside, I did get a lot of good videos down in Plymouth recently. So it was worth it. It was worth it, even though it was a frigging pain in the arse. It was actually worth it. Because I got a number of good videos out of it. But yeah, as I say, I mean, towards the end, it just became like, yeah. And my dog was not very happy being stuck in a bloody kennels. And yeah, was crying in the car when I got her out of the kennels. And she was just crying. She was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know, so yeah. Yeah. You sad fuckers. That's all I'm going to say is you sad fucking cunts. Yeah. You sad fucking cunts. Seriously. When your time comes, you will fucking know it. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. And your time will come. No sound. Oh, that's earlier. Sorry, I scrolled up. I was going to say hello to everybody. Gary OK, James Smith, Steve Rose. These are people in the chat. Chris Williams. I should stop doing the snuff. Sorry. Jackie. Right. Let me put some of this up my nose. Sorry. Exploring Within. Dano AVFC. Luke White. Medieval. Jackie Green. Billy Bean. Darren McKinney. Paul Robbins. M3 Racer 26. Andrew Clark. James Smith. Acute 33. Billy. Steve Rose. Gary Newman. Princess Lozzie. BCFC 0121. Weird name. Luke White, I think I said that, might have said that. Uber Micro Repairs, Daniel Draper, James Smith, Joe Marshall, Baz Mulcahy, Urban Legend. Let's have a look. Sorry. Yeah, Ducks Go Quack, Clive Rutherford. Tracy Photography Jackson. Yeah. But, yeah. So let's read some of the comments. I mean, somebody said, I just saw something. He said, Clive Rutherford said, Urbex is probably one of the most social distancing things you can do. Yeah. I mean, the police, when I got to the station, they said to me, oh, this YouTube thing, sorry, I don't agree with that. And I'm like, well, that's your problem, I'm sorry. You know, you go out to work, don't you? And he's like, yeah, but it's not really a sort of thing that you need to be doing, is it? Like YouTube. And I said, what? So it's not a job then, is it? So if I was to show you my earnings then, would that change your mind? And he goes, Well, not really, no. And I said, well, all right, then let me put it like this. My friend is a broadcast cameraman, right? He works for the BBC, and he's in the drama unit, and they've got a team of 30 people, and they're out filming on the streets, and they're closing down streets in town centres and stuff like that, and they're filming, and they got 30 people, sound guys, lighting guys, carpenters, directors, producers, gaffers, runners, electricians, you know, they got a whole team of people, and they got a lot of vehicles driving around, and they're doing that. And guess where they're doing that? Have a little guess, Mr. Police Officer. Where are they doing that? London. And just for some time reference, right, because we're in January of 2021, right now, the most heavily COVID screwed place in the United Kingdom is London. And the BBC say, too bad, we've got to work. We're not going to be a shining light, an example to say, in this country's time of need, we're going to cut back on doing our dramas, or we'll film in the countryside, or we'll film on a film set. We'll keep away from the public. We don't wish to cause a problem, right? You'd think the BBC would be taking a lead in being responsible. Fuck no. Are you insane? No, the BBC are there filming dramas in London right now because they can. Why? Because they're allowed to film entertainment, because they can't do that job any other way. So therefore, they've decided they're going to do it in the capital. There we are, because the script demands it, so they're going to do it in the capital. So I said to the police officer, with that in mind, I'm entertaining people too. And if it's good enough for the BBC, it's good enough for me. So, anyway, sorry. Hang on, let me just blow us a minute. So anyway, that's my bad attitude, but I just said no. I said, you know, ultimately, if it's good enough for the BBC, it's good enough for me. And, you know, this kind of biased attitude towards some people's jobs are worthy and other people's jobs are not worthy. I mean, you could probably turn around and say, well, oh, you play games for a living and you put it on you. That's not a real job, is it? You call yourself a gamer. You know, who the hell do you think you are? PewDiePie with your 50 million subscribers. Who do you think you are? Well, you call that a job? Sitting in your house, talking to a camera. It's a real... Can you imagine PewDiePie in front of the police? And they're like, well, it's not a real job, is it, mate? It's not a real job, is it? Well, why don't you just call it? Why don't you just call him a nigger or something? All right, PewDiePie, you nigger. Oh, what's the matter with you? Are you a woman or something? You know, can't you get a real job? You know, why didn't you just get racist on his ass as well? You fucking idiots, yeah, complete fucking idiots. You know, but of course, they don't exactly employ, you know, the highest and brightest, do they, in the police? So anyway, there we go. So yeah. So there we are. But starting to tell you a few bits of what went on, but I'm like, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I'm not going to take that from anyone. Nobody's going to tell me that what I am doing with this channel does not constitute, properly recording things for entertainment purposes. I am getting money from YouTube for doing it. I probably wouldn't be able to do half the things I was doing if it wasn't for the fact that there was some income coming from YouTube. Right? So I'm sorry about that. If the police don't like the fact that people are out there doing jobs, well, maybe we need to stop people with driving lorries with alcohol. You know, is it really necessary? Do the public really need alcohol in this time of emergency? You know, it's like, you know, or maybe maybe we should stop having ice cream and cakes, because I mean, you don't really need to have cakes, do you? In an emergency like this, I mean, should the public really have like desserts and cakes? I mean, you know, your 5 a day, yes, you know, your basic foods, bread, eggs, milk, but no sweet stuff and no sweeties and no ice creams, because it's not really necessary, is it? Fuck you, police officer. Who the fuck do you think you are talking to people like that? Who the fuck do you think you are talking down to people like that? And you just got to sit there and go, yes, Mr. Officer. Yeah. Well, actually, I see it like this. You might see it very differently because you're living in a bloody dream world where, you know, everyone's a criminal and you just fuck with them as much as you like. But outside your little, insular dream world where you can go kicking indoors and pulling people out for being vagrants when they've got cameras with them and they're filming, yeah, right? Outside that little fucking fantasy dream world that you've got, there is a real world where people do have real jobs, yeah? So, so there we go. Anyway, yeah, Exploring Within says, yeah, I bet they've set alerts on the ANPR. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. But the thing is, it's not my problem. It is not my problem. It's their problem, yeah? And I'm going to deal with it now. And I've said, I've literally been in touch with them and I've said, I want you to push this through the COVID channels. I'm not going to be happy unless this is processed through the COVID channels because I want the paperwork. Right? I want the paperwork that you've processed this, right? And then I want to deal with the COVID people and I want to show they've processed it, right? So I'm not having any more of this bullshit, yeah? I'm not having any more of this like fucking tattle-tailing bullshit, yeah? Of people going, he shouldn't be doing that, yeah? You don't like it? Unsubscribe and fuck off this channel and go and watch fucking Teletubbies or whatever fucking cheers you up. Go and watch some fucking EastEnders, yeah? If you don't like what I'm doing, fuck off and go somewhere else, yeah? So, if you want to fucking, tattletale on your neighbours and you fucking, and people who are doing things, yeah? People who are actually going out there and doing things, you want to fucking tattletale on them, yeah? Right. See how far it's going to get you, yeah? You fuck with me a few times, yeah? I'm just going to go, I'm remembering this, and your time is fucking coming, I'm telling you. Yeah. Matt Hooper Tosser, yeah. Well, who's Matt Hooper? Go and watch Urban Lad Yorkshire's live stream from the other night. Okay, go and watch Urban Lad Yorkshire. Okay, I'm gonna do an expose. I'm dragging people together, and this guy has literally hung himself with his little grassing to the police behaviour and all the bullshit that he's been doing to try and take me and other people down. To take us out, stop us doing what we're doing, right? And we're not just talking COVID here, okay? We're talking about this prick, right? This prick rang the police and told them we were terrorists, okay? Yeah. Think I'm kidding? I'm not fucking kidding. No, I'm not fucking kidding at all, yeah? And now he's trying to deny that he's been stalking me, right? And there's evidence he has, photographic evidence and video evidence that he has, okay? And now he's going, wasn't me. And now he's trying to go, and I'm going to stop you. I'm going to take you to court. You won't be able to say anything about me because I'm stopping you and you can't say nothing about me. What, I can't tell the truth about what you've done to me recently? You think I'm not going to fuck... Hey, mate. You got the wrong boy. This is the wrong boy for that, mate. It's the wrong fucking boy. You picked the wrong fucking boy to think you were going to get away with fucking taking an extreme diarrhea dump on my fucking head, yeah? And that I'm going to just take it, yeah? Really? I'm going to take you to the fucking cleaners, mate. I'm going to take you to the fucking cleaners, yeah? You will wish you'd never fucking picked up that phone to the fucking police. Because everyone in the Urbex community is going to know what a complete and utter knut you are, right? So, yes, that's who Matt Hooper is. He goes by the name Urban Fox Cub Urbex. Whatever the fuck that means, yeah? Right? Urban Fox Cub Urbex. He's got a YouTube channel if you want to go and have a look at him with all of his like fucking 100 subscribers. Yeah, and he's been there for like 7 years and nobody watches his videos, and he's jealous of other YouTubers and he hates people that are successful and he wants to destroy us all. Not just me, quite a number of other YouTubers as well he's had a go at. And this is a guy who literally spends all his time stalking people like me and other YouTubers out there, stalking us and trying to cause as much shit as he possibly can, because he is a miserable little twat. okay? He literally spends most of his time on the keyboard going and when he's not doing that, he's driving around looking at locations, and he's even, I believe, it's quite possible, he's put fucking secret cameras in the locations so he knows when people are going to locations because he calls the fucking police. So either he's stalking these locations or he's cameraed these places up in order to shit on YouTubers and shit on people he doesn't like, because there's no way on this earth, right, he would know where people were, and he does. Right? There's absolutely no way, right, that he could know where we are, but he is systematically known everywhere we've been over a period of 2 months, right? And that's friggin' weird. So we're gonna just talk to you about this pretty soon, and we're gonna actually bring it up. We're gonna bring this up. Sorry about this. Here we are. I'll just do it off camera. There we are. Oh, disgusting. I know. It's just me and my fucking snoz. There we are. I'll just do the rest of the stream like that. It'll be better. Anyway, right. So yeah, I don't know. Why do people need to do this? I mean, I'm not in this. I'm in this for exploring interesting places. I'm in this to bloody, to film stuff and get people interested. I'm not in this to have to fucking bat back the police all the fucking time with questions about what I'm doing, or people, like, am I a fucking terrorist now? Am I? Oh, right, okay, yeah, okay. Well done, mate. Yeah, really? Fuck's sake. What is wrong with these people? How did I get Angel back? I had to go there when I'd got my car the next day. I had to get down to this place. I had to get my car, and then I had to drive to another place, and they're all miles apart, yeah? They're fucking long distances apart, yeah? And then I had to go and pick up the dog. And there was a good chance that I was going to have to pay to pick up my car, but I caused a stink about it, yeah? Because it's like there was no need to take my car, There was no reason to take my car. Why do the fucking police want to take my car? Why do you want to take my fucking car? Just leave it there. The dog's in there. It'll be fine. Yeah, just leave it alone. Yeah, nope. We're fucking taking your car. Really? Why is that then? Why? Of course, because fuck you. That's why, isn't it? Fuck you, Mr. Williams. Because we can. Yeah, because we fucking can. Well done. Well fucking done. Wow. Yeah. So, yeah. Fucking Dano AVFC, false imprisonment. Yeah, false arrest as well, probably, mate. False arrest. Yeah. And they're gonna be running fucking cartwheels now to get rid of evidence, no doubt. Yeah. So yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Anyway, all I'm gonna say is, it doesn't matter how much you idiots out there try to stop me doing what I'm doing. I'll be there long after you have been forgotten about, yeah? I'll be fucking there long after you morons have just ended up fucking shitting on somebody, right, the wrong person, and ended up getting fucking stabbed and killed. Because that's usually what happens to pricks, right? The most extreme pricks, usually bad things happen to them. So, all I'm going to say is, we'll let karma deal with you, yeah? If I can fucking give you the love back, I'm going to give you all the love back I possibly can, okay? But karma normally deals people like this fucking dirty hands, yeah? So we'll just watch this space. Anyway, Urban Lad Yorkshire is here. Oh my God. You tell him, Matt. Yeah. Thank you. Go and check his channel out, folks, and subscribe to him. He's a nice guy, yeah? And he was on the live stream that you want to watch. That was from a couple of nights ago. It's called something like "Where Am I Now?" or something like that. Where am I? Because he drives a lorry. Okay, so he's basically asking people, guess where I am. So watch it, and if you want to skip forward a bit, you'll see eventually the point where I come on. And the point where I come on, I just go right, because that fucker, Urban Fox Cub Urbex, was on his live stream, and I thought, oh my God, I've caught him. Here he is. Here he is. Because I was looking around on the internet for who does this fucking Urban Fox Cub Urbex guy know? Who does he know? And I've got all the people he knows and all the people he fucking hangs around with. And I'm going to make sure every single one of those people he knows gets to find out what this little fucking prick has done. Okay? Every single one is going to know what this prick has done. Yeah? Okay? So, after that happens, it's going to get pretty fucking awkward for you, isn't it? When they know what you do. Yeah? When they know what you do to other urbexers, how you behave. Yeah? And how trustworthy are you? There's going to be a lot of people going, shit, I don't really want to hang around with this guy. Yeah? And you ain't got many friends at the moment, have you? Like, you ain't got many views and you ain't got many subscribers. Yeah? There's a reason for that. It's because you shit on people. Yeah? So, yeah? I mean, fucking hell. Stalking people. Honestly, fucking stalking people. You know? Bad enough with that idiot from Swindon, you know, and I got you trying it on as well. Yeah? And I will fucking annihilate you. I'm telling you, you know. You've already given me more than enough information to fucking annihilate you. And I'm going to fucking annihilate you. So, watch this space. Yeah. Let's go fox hunting, says Daniel Draper. Yeah. Yeah. He's now TL Productions. Yeah, that's his sub name. Yeah. But I think he does still go under Urban Fox Cub Urbex. Let me just look him up. Hang on, sorry, I've got to make this screen small so I don't disappear. He is still, I believe he still is on that. Somebody else told me this. They said he's changed his name in the last couple of days, and this is because he wants to hide now. Right, I don't know if it's true. So I don't think it's true, actually. Urban Fox Cub Urbex. He's fucking changed his name. He's got 171 subscribers, and he's changed his name. He's now... No, he can't be. Hang on, no, he has still got a... He's still... It's weird, because his name is coming up, but his master channel name is TL Productions UE, but it's still coming up as... He's fucking changed his name. He's changed his name to his channel because... Oh my God. Yeah? This fucking guy is scared about what's just about to happen, and he fucking should be as well, right? He should be, because I'm going to expose him publicly for what he's done. And I'm going to name what he's done, and I'm going to shame him for it. But he's shitting his fucking pants right now. He's shitting his pants because he knows that what I'm going to say and the information and the people who are going to come and stand beside me and say, Matt's telling the truth. Right? Matt is telling the truth. He's not lying. This guy spoke to me. He said this. He sent me this. This has happened. And it's going to be the next person. This guy's been speaking to me. He said this. This happened. And we're just going to get all the fucking people and all the evidence. And we're going to stack it up. And we're going to go... So am I lying then? Am I fucking lying? Because according to this little prick, right? He never did any of this. Never did any of it. No stalking, no photos, no letters, no reports to the police. Yeah? None of it. He hasn't done any of it. He's done none of it. And he's getting very threatening now. Threaten. Because he's a bully, basically. He's a fucking bully. Yeah, this guy. And he thinks he's going to bully me into going, oh, shit. He mentioned the court word and police word and banning word and injunction, restraining order. I don't even know this fucking guy, right? I don't even know this guy, and he's been doing all this to me, and I don't even know him. Yeah, and he's been doing this to me, and I don't even know the guy, right? But he's been talking to everyone behind the scenes about what he's going to do to me. Yeah, so that's why we have lots of evidence, okay? But obviously people have been coming back to me and warning me about what he's been doing. And he just denies all of it. But he's been talking to everybody, and he's been leaving a fucking big evidence trail behind him. And that's what we're going to come on the show and show you, is the evidence trail. Okay? And that's what he's shitting himself for. And that's why he's just changed his fucking channel name. Yeah? Because he don't want you to find him. He's now called TL Productions UE. Yeah? TL Productions UE. So that's Tango Lima Productions Uniform Echo. Okay? and some of his videos only get 50 views, and some of his best videos have got a couple of K, but a lot of them, he's been out there for years and he's only got 100 and a couple of hundred subscribers, so I think he's jealous of successful YouTubers because he's gone after some big names. He's gone after some big name YouTubers in the past. Yeah. He's done a really stalker type thing with them. Get to know them, lead them on, get to meet them, and then fucking stab them in the back. Yeah. Seriously. That's what this guy does. That's what he excels at. Yeah. And go and have a look at the people, because you'll recognize some people on his channel that he's gone out with, yeah. But they're not necessarily the ones that I'm going to be talking about, right? Go and have a look at some of the faces of the people, right? A lot of the people on the channels he's gone out with, he's shit on. So go and have a look at some of the famous faces on his channel, right? Right? Go and have a look at some of the faces, and they're not the ones I'm going to be dealing with, right? Okay? Some of them might, but not the best, okay? But go and have a look at his channel, have a look who he's been hanging around with, and he's shit on them too. He's shit on the ones that are on his videos, on his fucking thing. He's shit on them. Yeah? So he's a right fucking Charlie, this guy. A right Charlie. So, yeah. And he also has been he calls himself Thermotech. Thermotech Live Productions. He puts it on his titles, Thermotech, for some bloody reason. Anyway, up to the fact that he started stalking me and actively trying to destroy me for no frigging reason when I do not know him, yeah? Other than that, right, I wouldn't have a problem with this guy, right? But he has actively come out of the woodwork to try and fucking destroy me, yeah? And I will be telling you some of the things he's done, which are very stalkery. Very stalkery. So anyway, right. I'll tell you what the channel's called now. I'll give you a link to it. He's now called Red Rhino Photography. Are you fucking kidding me? It's this guy, right? Like, that's him, okay? And does he honestly think he can hide by changing his channel name? Really? Does he honestly think he can hide? Because he's scrambling around at the moment like a bloody cornered rat. Yeah, he's scrambling around. So he's not holding his head up high, as like because he's done nothing wrong. He's changing his channel names and he's sending out threaten this, threaten that. He's a cornered rat. He is a cornered rat, and he knows it. He knows it. Can you see me changing my name? Oh, somebody sent me a threatening letter. I'm no longer the secret vault. I'm now happy time with the Teletubbies. Really? Honestly? Well done. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Oh dear. So anyway, let's have a look. He's probably some pothead in his grandmother's basement. Now, there's a funny thing you should say that, actually, because he had to move from the north of England down to live with his auntie, right? He lives with his auntie, right, which is weird, and he's well pissed off about that. See, I've been doing some research on this guy. Not that I wanted to, but I'm being forced to ask a few questions. No, he lives with his auntie, and the reason he lives with her is because there were some people up north that were not very fucking happy with the things he did to them. And they were basically, they gave him such a fucking talking to, yeah, that he ran away. So he moved from up north, Manchestery way, Cleethorpes or something. I could be wrong about that. Cleethorpes comes to mind. Yeah, he moved from up there to London to get away from the shit he'd caused, and now he's down in London. It all starts again. The shit starts again. These fucking leopards, they cannot change their spots. They cannot frigging change their spots. Anyway, right. What are people doing? They're sending me loads of messages. Let me see if there's anything important. I can't really see. Yeah. I gotta laugh at this. Right. I mean, I would love to read this out to you now, right? But I want to keep it for the actual thing. But some of the threats this guy is making, right? Fuck, he doesn't even realize, right, that the things he's saying, if they're true, are going to have massive negative ramifications for him and possibly even his family. I wouldn't be saying the things you're saying. I mean, wow. Yeah? Wow. People in his family are going to be losing their frigging jobs if what he's saying in his threats are right. Because I will have to act upon what he said in these threats. I'm going to have to act upon it because you can't say some of the things that he's saying in his threats. You can't say this shit, yeah? And yet he is saying things that are going to put his family in a lot of fucking trouble, yeah? Oh dear. Oh fucking dear. He is not a brainiac, this guy. He's not a fucking brainiac. I can't believe, like I said it on Marcus's live stream. I said, if I were you, geezer, I would zip this and fucking keep your head right the fuck down. In fact, why not fuck off out of Urbex and leave us all alone? Yeah? I would shut your mouth now because you are digging yourself a hole, right? You really are digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And you think you're getting cleverer and cleverer, and it's not. You're actually getting stupider and stupider. You're involving your family now. And if what you say is correct, and to be honest, I don't believe it is, but if it is, oh my God, why are you putting this in text and sending it? Why are you sending this in texts? You fucking moron. Now you're involving your family in a way that if that comes out, yeah, somebody in your family is going to lose their fucking job over that. Yeah, seriously. And probably needs to as well. Yeah, really. Because they should not be doing what you've put in that fucking text. Yeah? What an idiot. What an idiot. So you literally, right? If what they were doing, if your family were doing what you said in that fucking text, if that's correct, why are you telling people about it? Why would you broadcast that and advertise that? Oh my God. Oh my God. So if it's true, somebody in your family is going to end up fucking losing their job. And quite frankly, they need to. Because if they're doing what you fucking said they're doing, right, to back you up, right, they need to have a little tap on the shoulder. Excuse me. Yeah? But like I say, I don't know if it's true. But I'm sorry. All bets are off with this guy. All fucking bets are off. But what he's talking about behind the scenes is like, whew, whoa, yeah, and he's doing a lot of attempted bullying and a lot of attempted threatening, yeah, and trying to back himself up with people around him like that, right? Oh, we'll do this and they'll do that, and it's like, really? Okay, lots of threats. I'm just going to put information out there of what you've written. Right? That's all I'm going to do is use your own words to hang you. Yeah? I'm going to use your photographs, video, and your own words so people can see what you're like in order to hang you. Right? But you are going, whoa, you're going the extra mile, aren't you, sir? Or you do say you're going the extra mile. I'd love to see whether or not you've got all this fucking stuff to back yourself up, mate, because you're fucking firing big guns, but I'm not seeing any shells flying over my head. Yeah, words are cheap, mate. Words are fucking cheap. So anyway, there we go. Right. So what's going on here then? Yeah. It's people saying like, the thing is, this guy's pissed a lot of people off. There's a lot of people coming out of the woodwork, right, with this because he's pissed a lot of people off, and when I do a live stream, I'm imagining there's probably going to be a follow-up because people are going to watch that live stream and they're going to go, oh, and they're going to be sending me other stuff. And the thing is, right, if you go round trying to shit on the world around you, right, and shit on the people who are doing the videos and doing stuff like you, right, you've got something wrong with you, yeah? You've got something wrong with you. Because if you're not prepared to, like, act in a brotherly or sisterly manner to your fellow urbexers and fellow YouTubers, if your modus operandi is to try and destroy people and take them down, right, And you're not doing it just in negative comments. You're actively doing really quite retarded, nasty, sick shit behind the scenes. Yeah? Oh, you are going to get it come back to you. It's coming back. It's coming back home to stay. So, there we are. Anyway, right. Yeah, he wanted to come on a live stream the other night. But the thing is, I want to present my side of it, right? And then I want, if he wants to come on and go, no, I never did any of that. No, it's all wrong. Everything he said is... Because that's the basic position he has. Everything that he has just said is wrong, and I have done nothing, and you can't prove I've done nothing, even though we will have the fucking witnesses standing there saying, you did send me this, you did write this, you did threaten this, you have done this, and we'll let the photos, video, and text documents from you, right, tell the fucking story, yeah? Because like I say, why would I have an axe to grind with somebody I've never met? Why would I have an axe to grind with somebody I've never even met? What? There's going to be a frigging reason for it, isn't it? Because this guy's been out for my fucking blood, you know? So, and this is probably one of the people, I guess. It's probably one of the people who's been fucking ringing the police, fucking trying to report me for every fucking thing under the sun, yeah? So the police are probably like wondering, is there something that we need to be doing right now because of all the reports that people like this are putting in about me, you know? The fucking, no wonder we got fucking pulled the other night. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? You know, and they told me point blank, they said, we've had people making reports about you to do with the COVID thing, and we've got them on the system. And it's like, there's a number of reports on the system, and it's like, oh, there you go, you know, thank you. Somebody loves me out there. No, it's just a couple of fucking stalky pricks we've got problems with. So, anyway. Oh, sorry, I'm doing this again. It's fucking force of habit. All right, I'm going to blow it out. Sorry. Start sneezing otherwise. Fuck that. See how easy it is for me to do that? I just sit there. It's like somebody who's sitting there with a cigarette. They just light it up and start smoking it and go, oh, actually, I wanted to give up. Force of habit. Right, okay. Let's talk about the video. I might as well just stop this because I haven't... These things bug me. You can see these fucking things bug me. I mean, you know, it was quite not sad, well, it was quite hard to watch Subex, you know. He was getting, you know, you could tell it was an emotional thing, and he says, I don't like to do this, you know. And it's like, you don't like to do it, but ultimately, you know, it's really hard when people just, they don't get it, you know, they really don't get it. And it's like, he said, you know, people think that, you know, that I owe them something. People think that I owe them something, you know, and that I should be there, like, answering their questions immediately and all this sort of stuff. And he said, look, you know, you've got to realise I've got a job. YouTube does not pay for me going out doing explores and stuff. And it was like, all I'm going to say is just go and watch it, because it's quite poignant, actually, you know, to see somebody saying these things. And, you know, he was saying that people are very, very hurtful, you know, in the comments. And, you know, they don't seem to sympathise with the fact that you're just trying to film some videos to entertain and interest people, you know. They seem to think, like, you know, that you owe them something and you have to do this and that and you should behave in this way and that way. And it's like, you know, and they can be quite abrasive. And, you know, if they feel smitten or hurt, they want to destroy you, you know. And he didn't say that, but the thing is, you can read between the lines. It's, you know, it's not... The thing is, Subex probably doesn't bite in the way that I bite, yeah. But the thing is, I bite because I want to bite the head off and spit it out, yeah. He doesn't bite, probably because he's got more sense than to bite, yeah. But the thing is, when people start pissing me off, I will literally want to rip their frigging heads off, you know. So, yeah. And you know, if you want your shit plastered all over the internet, you know, as a reprisal, if you want to, like, take me on and have this happen, then yeah, great. You know, become famous as the biggest prick in town. If you want to be the biggest prick in town and you want everyone to fucking know what a prick you are, then fucking push all my buttons. Push my buttons and see where it gets you. Yeah? So, Anyway, there you go. Urban Yorkshire lad says it's sad. It is sad. I mean, I don't ask for people to want to start stalking me. You know, I don't ask for these people that I would consider most people to be a friend. You know, and I'll go out and explore with them. But of late, I have had to modify my willingness to trust anyone going out on explores. I can't trust anyone now. I can't frigging trust people. I'm really suspicious of anyone now. I don't want to bring anyone new into the fold. I don't want to bring anyone in that I that hasn't been confirmed is known by people. And it's like now I'm to the point where it's like, well, you know, I don't want to meet anyone unless I know a load of people who know them, and I want to vet them. I want to be like, so how long have you known this person? Are they okay? You know, and I need to get feedback. That's the way I feel right now. Is it's like I need feedback from people to make sure that I'm not going to get fucked over again, because I'm just like, I'm leaving myself open by being too friendly with people who obviously there are stalkers and fucking spurgs and people who just don't fucking understand, you know. And literally, they are dangerous. They are dangerous because in the same way as the Maritzes will literally turn around and try and say that you know, you're taking photos of their fucking children in the back garden. You know, these people are dangerous. Okay, they're really frigging dangerous, and I don't want them around me. I do not want those sorts of people around me. You know, for obvious reasons. You know, and like. It's just changed me. It's like I have changed over the last year. I've had some experiences, and I was just like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, let's just do a timeout on some of this bullshit, yeah. And it's almost to the point where it's like I've got a few people I know, and that's about as much as I really want to do, unless I can heavily vet people, you know, to kind of see that people know that they're okay. I really, you know, if anyone tells me now like one negative thing about a person, I'm going to assume the worst, and it's like, you know, I'm going to be like, nah, right, well, fuck that then, I'm not bothering with them, you know. And isn't it sad when, you know, you end up like feeling like that about people that you don't really know, you know. And it's like I mean, a good indicator to me that people are probably going to be more or less sensible, but it's not a guarantee, is like, you know, you get somebody who's single, yeah? Well, that's concerning, yeah? You know, why are they single? It applies to me as well. I mean, you could turn this argument against me, but like if they're single, there's probably a reason for it, yeah? And how many friends have they got, and what do they do with their life? You know, do they have any real friends? You know, and like, what are they doing with their life? You know, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm more likely to trust couples, families, rather than lone individuals right now, because I'm just like, you know, and isn't it sad when your brain starts saying, right, I have to categorize people now as risks. What sort of risk level is this person? What sort of risk to me is this person? Not now, but maybe down the line, you know, and which types and characters and which sort of people are going to be okay to hang around with, and which ones are going to be a higher risk factor. And isn't that really sad when you suddenly have to start thinking like that? Because I never thought I would be experiencing some of this shit. So, you know, and it's worrying. It's worrying, you know, because I don't want to get into shit. I don't want trouble. I don't want to have to continually be fucking going down these avenues of, you know, having to fucking explain myself to bloody police officers and fucking get, you know, COVID fucking fine things. And it's like, really? So, yeah, Dano AVFC says, you would think of all the communities on YouTube, the Urbex community will be one of the strongest due to how many places there are, and everyone will see something different and have different experiences. Well, you'd think that, but unfortunately, there are some of these there are some of these people that want to treat these locations like they're their personal property. You know, there are people who, there are people out there that don't want you going to these locations, because if you go to the locations, then it means that it's not as exclusive for them. But the thing is, they can't see past the end of their nose, because by shutting locations down, by turning locations off, then surely there's going to be less locations overall for anyone to explore, because it's like, we share information. We share information with each other, and we try to sort of like, help each other out. And if everything that these people are doing comes to fruition, then there'll be no locations, no information, nobody's going to go anywhere, and anyone who does will get reported to the police by these people. Yeah. So is this a way to behave? I don't think it is, but in their world it is, because they're not dealing with a straight deck of cards. There's something wrong somewhere. There's something wrong, for people to think like that. I mean, I don't tell people you can't go to a location or you shouldn't go to a location. I mean, I might not give the location, so they have to actually do a bit of research. So it means that they've got to engage their brain, and if they can't engage their brain, well, that's their problem, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, I mean, there are some locations you don't want getting trashed. But ultimately, if it's one of those locations where, 1,000,001 people have already been there, it's been graffitied to the max, and it's likely to get demolished soon, what the heck? What does it even matter? But, there are these purists who say you can't tell people where these things are. Anyway, right, so, okay, how are we doing then? Right, we've done 1 hour of shit. Let's do 1 hour of nice now, okay? So, let's push some fucking magic buttons here. Ready? Like reprogram brain. Yeah. Okay. So, did everybody like the video of London, the Dulwich Hospital, Dulwich, Dulwich Hospital? How did you enjoy the video? Did you enjoy the video? Was it nice? Yeah. Yeah. B says that all YouTube communities are the same. Dog eat dog. Yeah. Well, yeah, indeed. Anyway, let's try and, yeah. So, have you seen the video of Dulwich? Did you enjoy it? I thought it was quite good fun right up to the end where we, there we are. KS says everybody in South London used to go there. Knows it's abandoned, so the word would get around anyway. Don't worry. Well, the point is, I mean, they're actually doing so much work there at the moment, and they've got security there. I think the security are probably going to be more on the ball now, and who knows? I mean, they might put some sensors up to actually catch people getting in. But at the moment, I mean, it's pretty much wide open as far as we were able to get in there. It's a massive place, and it's got some interesting architectural features, such as not the land bridges, the sky bridges, with the archways and things like that. Very interesting place, and I'm really glad that it's not going to get demolished. It's actually going to get converted into flats and houses, and so it'll probably look better than it has done for a very long time, because part of that restructuring is going to mean that they're taking away all the old buildings which were created, as additions and, new wings and things like that. And they'll be stripping all that back to the original hospital. So it'll be looking like it was originally. And then, that space, which would have been on the ground floors mostly, where they build these like 1 floor areas and kitchens and things like that, all that'll be taken away. And then what you'll end up with is much more of an original look, as per the original architecture for the building, because it's listed. So it's not a bad thing, actually. It's going to look quite nice when it's finished, and I think that it's going to be really good to see how that comes along. I haven't seen anyone else's videos from inside there, even though some people said that it's actually somewhere where people have been going for years. I couldn't find any videos on it. I could be wrong. They might be out there. But yeah, I mean, like, I love those old hospitals. I mean, they're like mazes, as you could see. I mean, you can walk around for ages, and you can get little bit lost sometimes. And you know, you end up in different rooms, and it's like, what's this? What's that? You know, and there's all old equipment, and sometimes like old records and things like that, which, you know, you go, ooh, should this even be in here? You know, this should have been cleared out. So I just love the kind of mystery. You know, like, you're not sure what you're going to find, and so I'm just reading some comments. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about the horse world is very bitchy. I'm sure it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's this? Somebody saying? I love the other guy spying on something to those security guards. So yeah, it's kind of good fun when you can outsmart the security guards. But I mean, of late, I must be honest, I've been thinking to myself, you know, like, filming with the A7S means you have to use a little bit of light. I mean, if you've got street lights coming in through the window, you can kind of see, but you know, you want to have a little bit of light on there so that there's minimum grain, you know. But it's still, you can manage. But I mean, I kind of, you know, you want to put the lights on, but the lights, they really do give you away. So towards the end, obviously, we're starting to sort of say, oh, I think we've done most of it now. I don't care if we put the lights on, because if they want to come in and drag us out, then we won't have to jump over the fence at the end of the day. So, you know, it's one of those. But yeah, it's fascinating seeing that they've got, like, there were three, it looked like three security guards there, and yet, you know, nobody really knew we were in there, and we managed to get away with so much just by jumping over a fence. And amazing. I mean, amazing what you can get away with, isn't it? But you know, I dare say, I mean, I wouldn't suggest that people try to do what we do with the old jumping over the fences, because, I mean, we could have ended up impaling ourselves on those railings. So I never want to see people injure themselves doing what we do. So you know, obviously there's a certain risk involved in going into areas that they've been cleaning asbestos out of, but that is my risk. That's a risk I've chosen to take, but I wouldn't like to see anybody else do it. But so yeah, night vision goggles. Well, yeah, or an infrared camera. You know, using an infrared, but then you're not going to get the color. That's the only trouble, is you're not going to get the color. So we'll have to see how we can manage it. You know, how we can keep that going, because it is kind of like a trademark feature, really, is like wandering around with a good quality image, you know, even though it's low light, and being able to see outdoors in the dark and that sort of stuff. So I'm being asked, am I going back to Rudloe Manor? Well, I don't really see a great need to go back to Rudloe Manor. I mean, we've got plenty of videos on the channel of exploring around the back of Rudloe Manor in the buildings there, and the manor house itself. And I mean, I don't know if I really need to go back to that place again. I mean, I've taken people on, you know, on the outside and say, oh, there it is, you know, if you want to go walk up, the security's come, you know, but it's mainly because of, you know, laziness, really, like going in through the front way, you know, where people are going to see you. So yeah. Dalai Lapa says the UFO paranormal contactee guru community is the worst of all. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is definitely, there's a lot of bitching going on in various places, but I mean, like, trying to actively destroy people, oof, you know, really. And what, over going into bloody, you know, why are people so like screwed up over locations? I mean, you know, why over locations? You know, surely everyone can go and visit any location they want to go and visit. You know, why should there be these, like, you know, gatekeepers who are going to, like, spoil it, you know, so nobody can go there, and only they can have their video, and only they can have gone there, and you can't go there. You know, I can't believe that people actually think like this. It's really bizarre. Anyway, could I explore some off the beaten path places? Well, I could do, yeah. So somebody's saying, has anybody done any urbex down in Portland? Yes, I have, and we plan to be going back down there. In fact, we have some footage which you have not released because until we do everything complete, there's no point really putting out anything in the meantime. It's just going to kind of give people ideas to go down and beat us to it. So I'm all for sort of trying to do things first, or getting a video out first, but I don't want to stop anyone else then following up and doing what we're doing. And quite often as well, I mean, me being the nice guy that I am, actually, if we find something that's absolutely stunning, I often won't put my video out for a couple of months, because I tell all the people I know that location is available if they'd like to go and do it, before it becomes hot by the fact that if we put it up on the internet, security might go and close the place down, and they might start putting cameras up, and they might start patrolling it, and they might start, it may be a lot harder for people to go to these places. So I hold back and try to get the information out to as many people as we can, and I know that's going to trickle down to, others in the urbex community, but that's not, I'm not going to put it on a forum and go, oh, here we are, look what this is available. I tell it to my friends first. If once we've all done it, they want to tell their friends, then fair enough. It's like things will naturally trickle down the way they're going to trickle down. But, ultimately, when the time comes, you've given it enough time and you put it on the internet, then what does everybody say? Why are you telling people about this? Why are you telling the locations? It's like, well, because I want them to go and see it if they want to go and see it. Watch it in the video. If you don't want to go there, watch my video. If you do want to go there, happy days. I like to see your video, see how you experience it, see if there was anything I missed. I like to watch people's videos to see, did I miss anything? Was there something that, look at that, I missed that. Wow, look at that, the thing that somebody else has found which I didn't see. And that's the thing. I try to be as thorough as I can, but some people will climb into places I would not climb because I find it might be too dangerous, or they'll do things that I wouldn't necessarily do, or I missed turning right and I turned left and I missed what was down on the right, and it was like just little decisions like that, and it makes all the difference for whether or not you've got an amazing experience, on camera. So I love seeing stuff like that. Brian Wiggins, will I be going back to Burlington? Ooh, do I want to be arrested? You're saying, do I want to go back to Burlington? Dude, you're talking about one of the most heavily secured places in the United Kingdom. You could get in a lot of trouble. I never did find out what happened to those guys. There was a couple of people who were arrested the other day, and I never really heard any more about it. It all went quiet, and I got a feeling that they probably weren't charged with having got near it underground. Okay, because the rumour was that there were a bunch of people and they managed to get close to the red door. The camera was watching them, and the door opened and the police dragged them in, which is how they used to do it years ago. It used to happen all the time. They dragged them in and arrested them and carted them through. But I mean, it meant that they had an opportunity to actually see underground, which very few people ever get to see. So I'm not suggesting that anybody should do that, but because you're going to get yourself in trouble with the police, you're going to get arrested, and that might mean a caution, or it might mean you get charged with something. And I don't know whether or not you are comfortable with that, but if you want to see the underground and you're prepared to put yourself through getting a criminal record or a caution or any of that, then go and knock on that red door, because it will open and you will be arrested, but you will get to go and see the inside of the base. You will, so, but it just depends whether you think you've got this, mental stamina and whether you can handle that. But, it's up to you. I wouldn't recommend it myself. I've seen what's down there, most of it, but I certainly wouldn't be. I wouldn't be keen to be shouting it off the steeples. If I did, because it's only going to get a knock on the door from them. So I would be a little bit more discreet about how, if I was ever going to do something like that, I would be a bit more discreet than some of these people have been, just banging on the door and getting arrested and taken in. And the funny thing is, considering it's all privately owned now by private companies, then why does the door open and you get arrested by military police then? Because it's not really a private company, is it? Why would the military police be down looking after a base underground? Because it's not owned by a private company, is it? Yeah. So there you go. So, yeah. Salty McBoatface says he'll do it. Okay, well, definitely do it. And my suggestion to you would be, if you can secretly film, and see whether or not you can keep a hold of your footage. If there's some way that it can be done. I don't know. Like on your phone, perhaps. If you film on your phone, somehow secretly manage to film on your phone as you get in, traipse through the underground as they take you away, then eventually your phone is going to be locked. They're not going to be able to get into your phone to delete the footage. So you'll end up having your phone given back to you, and then you'll have some good footage. So, it's worth thinking about. Have a strategy. Employ a strategy that means that even though they've arrested you, that you're still secretly filming somehow. Secret camera in your hat, camera in your glasses, I don't know, whatever it takes, do something, but make sure it's done in a way that they can't just take the SD card and delete it or take it off you. Yeah? So, yeah. Just think about it, just think about it carefully, and I'm sure you might be able to come up with something. So, yeah, porn, yeah, maybe in the summer or something. We'll see. I would like to go back, but we just need to see what's going on, really. Yeah, I need to do some reconnaissance there, and the trouble is, it's bloody it's a fair old drive, really. I will get round to it. I've asked people a couple of times we've driven past there, do they want to come and have a look at it? And they're like, oh, maybe another time. And it's like, okay, because I didn't want to divert off if they didn't want to bother looking at it. But yeah, I'll have to go up there myself at some point, or maybe with somebody that wants to go up there. But a couple of people have kind of gone, so it's like, okay, yeah. Camera in the glasses, yeah. Haven't you seen those camera glasses things? I got a pair of them round here. They look like glasses, but they've got a recorder in them and an SD card. Yeah, and they look a bit stupid, to be honest. I mean, if you get a good, high, expensive pair, yeah, then they can be carting you off in the handcuffs, and you're just recording on your glasses, but they don't even realise. So yeah, check them out. But there are some really crap quality ones on eBay. What you want is something that's like at least 2K quality. You don't want any shit, really. But there's other things you can get. There's you could put a camera, strap your phone recording to your chest, and there's apps you can get where you turn the screen off but it's still recording, right? That's really useful, because of course if you're holding your phone up recording, yeah, the screen is on, they're going to go, oh, you're recording, and they'll probably take the phone off you. But if you've got the phone is in your top pocket, yeah, and they go, is that recording? You go, no, it's off. And they go, okay, and then you put it back in your top pocket, yeah. They're not going to clock. There are apps you can get to keep recording whilst turning the screen off, and they'll just record with a black screen. Okay, so there are apps to get this, and then you could hide the phone. You could hide it on your chest behind some gauze, yeah, some black gauze. You could create some clothing or put something in your coat and with a piece of black gauze across it with a phone hidden in there recording, and then they're going to come out and go, you're under arrest, and they're not going to know you're recording, and the phone will see through the gauze, You know, there's various ways to do this if you're interested in it. You know, realistically. But the reason I say it's good to use a phone is because it locks the police out. They can't get in it to manipulate or damage your footage. Yeah, you'd have to unlock it for them and show them what's on it, and you just say, I'm not prepared to do that. Nope. Yeah, and then there's not much they can do about it. You know, so they'd have to give you your phone back, and then you got the footage. So it's one of those, really. But if you've got a camera, then it could get more interesting. So I would say, you know, yeah, a little bit more awkward to deal with that. But there might be other ways to do it. I don't know. I mean, think about it. Think about it carefully. There are probably various ways to do this, which would get around the problem of them having access to your footage. You can get camera pens. That's right, Joe Marshall. That's correct. You can get a camera pen. So you literally put the pen in your top pocket like that. You know, you put it inside like that with the top sticking out. And that just looks like you've got a pen, and that's recording. Yeah, and that's recording. You need to think about these things, because there are ways. Police are not that bright a lot of the time, and they are quite easy to pull the wool over on things like that, because they're just focused on you, the arrest, getting you back to a car, da 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 da. You know, and they're not focusing on whether you've got hidden cameras on you and stuff. That's the last thing they're going to think about. You know, so yeah. Oh, he says here, Brandon says, here in Australia, they can't ask you for the password, but they can make you scan fingerprints to open it. So what you do is remove your fingerprint from the phone. So it has to be through a password before you go and do it, because they might just grab your finger, put your finger on your phone to get it to open, you know, and they shouldn't really, you know, but there's lots of things that they shouldn't bloody do, but they're going to, you know, so, yeah, pen recorders are not very good pictures. They're crap. Yeah. I mean, I was even thinking about shoving my little SD card, you know, shoving it up my arse. I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about I could shove that up my arse and then just wait till it comes back out. Go figure. Give the SD card to a carrier pigeon. And by the way, if you were going to stick that up your arse, I would stick it in something else. I wouldn't stick it up there like that. It'd probably hurt. Probably get a bit of blood coming out from that. Yeah, and you'd probably snap the card as well, because they're quite easy to snap. You need to stick it in something. So something you need something that's like a little round thing, like a little round marble or something, and you just shove that up your arse. Yeah. And whilst you're doing that, you could shove your sandwiches up there as well, or your pasty. Shove your sausage roll up there. Keep it warm. Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know. It's a funny one, really, isn't it? Funny one. What can you do? What can you do with getting into these places? But there we are. So, well, does anybody want to ask any questions about? Yeah, they're saying, ooh, yeah. Assaulting at both faces. I just bought an endoscope. Not the most high quality image, but it's incredibly discreet. It was £5 off eBay, but it works. Okay. Endoscope. Oh, you mean USB. They're USB things, aren't they? Yeah. Well, if you could make that work with your phone, if it plugs into USB and it'll give a if it gives you an image that could be recorded on the phone, then you could have the phone in your pocket and a wire coming up and the device somewhere like that. I mean, you can get buttonhole cameras as well. Have you heard about those? They're buttonholes. It's like you can actually put it in place of one of your buttons, and it pokes out like a button, but it sees, and it's a camera, but it's a buttonhole. Yeah. So they've got those. Just trying to think what else. I mean, you know, the way the broadcasters do it, the professionals do it, is most of the time they have cameras hidden in bags. You know, so they have a bag with them or a satchel or something like that, and they put a camera in that. Now, a little bum bag, like a little purse bag, on the front of you, looks like where you keep your wallet and your keys. Yeah, could be a hidden camera with a little black piece of material so it can see through, and all the equipment can be hidden away then in there. And David Hughes says they might strip search you. Yeah, they might do, and it's funny because I've been strip searched with the police a couple of times, and they literally ask you to pull your foreskin back to show that there's nothing in your foreskin. They know all those tricks, yeah, but they won't go up your arse, but they'll ask you to open your cheeks to see if you've hidden anything in the cheeks of your arse. And you've got a police officer with gloves on, he's like that, and he'll look up your arse, and he'll pull your foreskin back, and he'll be like, look around your foreskin, lift your bollocks, they say, lift your bollocks to make sure you haven't tucked anything underneath your bollocks. Yeah, they're wankers. They are absolute fucking wankers. But yeah, they do try that, but they won't go in your arse unless they have a good reason to think that you've stuffed something up there. So, and, there's not going to be any real evidence of that, is there? So, yeah. Yeah, that's right, you can get a camera in a watch. Good point. So you could be walking like that, walking with your hand in front of you, filming as you're walking along, yeah, and they're not going to realize it. Bloody good idea. I didn't think of that, actually. You're right, absolutely. God, that is a good one. Yeah, camera in a watch. So you got to think ahead of these people. Okay, because I mean, if you ever get arrested, they'll take this, okay, and they'll put it in your personal property. And when you leave, you get given it back. You put it back on. Yeah, so you literally will be handed, your evidence will be handed back to you. So there you go. So great time to let one off. Oh right, okay. Police officers are sick in the head. Yeah, I know. What a job, eh? Pull your foreskin back, sir. I need to check if you've got anything in your foreskin. Yeah, that's right. They will make you sit on the scanning chair first. Dear. So there we are. Anyway, that's what's been going on. So anybody want to ask any questions about that place in London, or are we going to just carry on? I tell you what, look, let's bring somebody in. I haven't offered if somebody wants to come in. And here we go. We're going to be the usual suspects. I'll see if we can get somebody else to come in. All right. Let's see if we can get somebody else to come in. So, somebody we don't normally speak to. Okay. So let's go for some, somebody new, somebody else. And I can't resist. I'm going to do a little bit of this snuff. So if anybody wants to come in, there's the StreamYard thing. Yeah. Yeah, Luke White says, if they touch my ass, it'd be the fastest way they got punched. That's what they do, though. They'll ask you to part your cheeks, and they've got gloves on. They'll do that, and it's like they're fuckers, man. They're fuckers. Yeah. It's all part of the humiliation thing they try to do on you. It's like to humiliate you. It's not, they know that people haven't got stuffed in places. They know that most of the time people don't, but it's to humiliate you. It's just a part of a strategy they do when they arrest you. They keep waking you up and, are you all right? And can we get you anything and all that, just to wake you up. And they do it all night fucking long. It's just to wear you down. And then they say, oh, we're your friends. Please talk to us in the interview. We're your friends. And they really, and you're like this. No, you're fucking not. You ain't my fucking friend. Tell that to the pricks who've been dicking me round all fucking night. Yeah. And you want me to fucking talk to you now? Really? Have I ever had a moment when exploring when I thought, this is it, I'm going to die? Well, I jumped off one roof onto another roof and found that there wasn't a floor, and I just went down and smacked the lens off my camera, and I was concussed. And I was the impact was so hard that I was like slightly in shock, and I just thought to myself, oh dear, you've done it now. You've fucking done it now. And I literally sort of like, have I broken anything? Because I don't know, I was just in this really weird sort of like state where I wasn't feeling my body correctly. And I was literally like, have I done anything? And I'm like, lift my arm. And I was like, am I okay? And I'm like, am I okay? Am I okay? And I was like, right, my legs, please don't let my legs be gone. And I was like, that. So I was like moving my feet. And I'm like, well, if I can move my toes, they're not broken. And I'm like, shit. And I'm like, fuck, I feel like I haven't broken anything. Whoa. And I'm just like, that was about the weirdest sort of, the weirdest kind of thing that I've ever had, because it was literally like concussion. And I literally wasn't sure if I'd actually seriously injured myself at that point, So, yeah. Don't be jumping round on buildings without torches. Yeah, that's all I can say. Jackie Green, Cats and Things. I'm going to get my headphones on. How are you doing?
Hello.
You got a nice fast video stream there, nice and smooth today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry? Say again. It's being good to you, yeah. So, yeah. You were one of the sort of first people I told yesterday when I was coming back from Plymouth. You were one of the first people, and yeah, it's quite shocking, isn't it? To sort of like, yeah. I mean, this is the thing, Sim. It's like, everyone's like, oh yeah, urbex, it's just like, abandoned buildings. It's all like, yeah, it's just abandoned buildings until you meet the fucking police and they go, oh, you're under arrest. I said, what for? Oh, for vagrancy. Oh, right, okay. You know what I mean? Great, thank you. It's weird. It's very weird. And they didn't want to know anything that we had to say. They were just like, no, you're under arrest. You're coming with us. Doesn't matter what you say. No. And I was like, what? Literally, it's like, they've got nothing better to do. 15 cops, two dog units, about 9 police cars. What is it that we're doing that's just like, that requires that many police? It's like, really? What, some people in an old abandoned building? Get them! What? That yeah. Oh, hang on. They're saying that you've got no audio. That's weird. Hang on. Why would you not have audio? Line in. Oh, desktop audio. Sorry. Oh, there's a load of sliders popped up, and that one is down. Sorry. Try again. Oh.
Tut tut. You're fired.
Sorry.
Oh,
There we are.
Are you ringing me?
Now they're getting you back now.
Bugger off.
Yeah.
Bugger off. Go away. Clear off.
Oh, they're just harassing you now. So it's like, when yeah.
Now you're ringing me.
Yes, getting you back for ringing me.
Well, serves you bloody well right.
So, oh God, yeah. So what we basically said then, the bit that the people couldn't hear the audio is like, oh, isn't it shitty when you go to a place like that and you're just having a look around and the bloody police come in, like 15 police officers and 9 police cars and 2 dog units, and it's just like they didn't want to listen to anything I had to say, and I think then Jackie said,
I basically said, right, why do they send all the police presence at an empty building, yet somebody gets burgled? Sometimes they don't even turn up, or they'll give you a flipping crime number.
yeah,
But they're dragging their heels to come out and sort something out. But they have to send all the people out to an empty building that's got nothing worth stealing.
yeah.
Says it all, really.
And do you know what?
Proves how fucked up
we
The
were
system is.
yeah, we were perfectly, reasonable with them, and we were speaking to them, and and they said, well, we've got to handcuff you behind your back, and I said, bit excessive, isn't it? Are we being dangerous then, or something? And they went, no, it's just the way we do it. Devon and Cornwall, it has to be behind your back, and we have to transport you in the car like that. So then they put the cuffs on, and they put them on as tight as they possibly can, right? And it's fucking painful. And it's like one of them is on so tight I can feel the blood stop now in the hand. Like, and I said, my blood is stopped in that hand. And then she's trying to squeeze her finger in, and this one she can just about feel and the other one she goes, oh yeah, that is too tight. So yeah, no shit, Sherlock. So it's like, okay, then they get you in the car. Now bear in mind, right? You go in the car, and you got your hands behind you, and now you've got to sit on a seat with your hands behind you in something that if you move the slightest bit, you're in agony, because you're like totally and utterly can't move like that. You can't move them. It's locked. Yeah. And so you can't move, and any movement, it's like, shit, it's painful. And then I say to them, this is a bit painful. And they say, well, it's not meant to be comfortable. So basically,
Yeah, but
this
you're not
is
exactly going to go anywhere, are you?
so this is basically torture. Whether I'm guilty or innocent, this is just torture now, because we can. We're now torturing you because we can. So I had half an hour of that, and I couldn't sit backwards. I had to sit like that, sideways, with my head against the window. All right, and any time I moved, it was bloody awkward and painful. For half an hour to get me to the police station. So I mean, that if they were allowed to just like smack you on the head whilst you were driving, if they were told that was like the procedure is smack them on the head whilst you're driving with them in handcuffs, just smack them every time they say something, smack them, you could be guaranteed they'd be fucking sitting there smacking you, because they can. Yeah. And it's like, this is what I don't get. Honestly, is there any need for that? We've not caused a threat. We've not caused any problems. Yeah. I mean, handcuff us in the front if you need to, so we can sit there like that, driving, so I can actually sit back in the seat. There's an officer beside me and an officer driving the car. So I've got an officer actually sitting next to me. My hands are behind my back. So like, I'm some sort of serious threat. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. So you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be complaining about a few of these things. Inhumane treatment. I consider that inhumane.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's inhumane treatment.
I mean, they don't even know if you've got problems with your bloody wrist. What if you've got, you've had injuries and stuff like that? Because I know I have. So that would have been even worse.
Yeah.
So not even considered that at all. So, just, they are the dumb fucks. They really are.
I mean, like, really, do I even need to be handcuffed? Yeah. Is it absolutely essential when I'm speaking to you in a sensible manner and I haven't done anything? We've complied with everything you've told us to do, and it's like, and it's like, nah, you're a criminal. We're gonna we're gonna punish you now. See, the police.
All right, you're going around and flipping, jumping poor old grannies in the street for the blue pension and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Something that's a bit more serious. No, and they're treating you like shit.
Yeah.
Nah.
But the thing is, see,
definitely.
People who've never been on that side of it, they don't understand, that the police really are like that. That's how they are. And like, they go, oh, you say that, but I mean, they're not really, because I've spoken to police and they're perfectly nice people. They are. But they're bipolar. They're literally bipolar, right? To Mrs. Miggins and to everybody else, to the people who have not broken the law, they're like, hello, how are you? Yes, sir. Oh, that's right. Yes, you want the time? Oh, yes, down there. But the moment you cross this like little line of like, now you're a criminal, it don't matter whether you're a minor criminal or an incredibly bad criminal, right? The moment you just slightly cross the line, torture them, yeah? And they do it when they're in the station. Everything about it. Like, they kept us there for 12 hours, right? Yeah, they kept us there for 12
you said
hours.
15 hours.
No, 12 hours. No, 12 hours, right? So we were in at 12.
Yeah.
We were in at 12, 12:30, right? And I think we were booked in by 1 a.m. in the morning, right? So we were actually booked in. And then they didn't do anything throughout the night. They didn't take our fingerprints. They didn't do anything. They didn't interview us. They didn't do anything. Yeah, nothing. They did that.
So no processing whatsoever.
Nothing, no processing whatsoever. I asked for soap, wouldn't give me soap, so I couldn't wash my hands. So it's like, couldn't wash, and it's like, so basically then 12 o'clock came, and then they said, oh right, now we're gonna do this, now you can speak to your solicitor. So it's like, by about 2 o'clock then they were saying they're going to interview us. So I think about 2 o'clock they'd interviewed us. 3 o'clock we'd both been interviewed. And then by 4 o'clock, they decided now, okay, well, we're going to do further inquiries and let you go. And it's like 4 o'clock is bang on the time that they know I can't get my car back because the people have gone home who can let me have my car back. No accidents there. More torture. More torture. They just love it. I've seen it before. I've had it many times with them. They know exactly what they're doing. They're systematically fuck with you as much as they possibly can. Why? Well, because you're not Mrs. Miggins. You're now a criminal. Whether you are or you're not, whether you end up, they drop the charges. Yeah, you're a criminal until proven innocent. So they're going to treat you like a scummy criminal, and you're all going to be treated the same. Yeah, fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And then people want to know why you don't like the police. Well, there's, the evidence.
Yeah.
Because of tosses.
Yeah. Dano says, who was I with? I was with Simon from Derelict Plymouth Unearthed. And the problem is, as well, it was just two of us because the lads were busy. One of them was at work and one of them was moving house. So we went out, just me and him. But the trouble is, it's two people, it's like the police see you as like an easy target. It's like one person, ha 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 ha. Now there's no witnesses to what we do as well. It's like, oh, we got this one now, ha 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 ha. Two people, it's like, well, that's going to be harder for us to make anything, stick on these people because they're evidence of each other. And it's like, so you got three or four, and they're like, oh, this is not looking so good now. Lots of paperwork and they're like that, and that's the way they view things. It's like, oh, we got a single one here, we can screw him, and he's not able to do anything about it. It's like two of you, harder. Three, much harder. Four, pretty hard. 5, 6, 7 of you, they are. Oh, go away, boys. Don't come back. And they'd be like that, They literally, that's the way they think because they don't want all that, the aggro and paperwork. Yeah. So, yeah.
Too many bloody idiots. Like I said, I think they've probably got the bloody... the badges out of a cornflake packet.
Yeah. Richard Perry says, here we are, he says, I hate the police. I used to have a lot of respect for them until they tried to do me for manslaughter. Oh my God.
Really?
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, you have to tell me about that one. I hope it's attempted manslaughter, not manslaughter. Maybe he had an accident and somebody, an accident with a car or something. But the thing is, Jesus, they're supposed to serve us, not the other way around. Well, this is it. See? Like you got people like trying to protest in London, and you got the police coming up and spraying them in the face with CS gas. And so like, have some of this, have some of this, have some torture. Come on, have some torture. But if you stick your hand up and go, fuck off, police officer. Oh well, he attacked me. He attacked me. Right, arrest him. Arrest him. He attacked me for trying to defend himself. You know what I mean? Police come along and beat you up. I've literally seen people dancing at a party. Like, all right, well, okay, it was a illegal rave, but the police came in with riot gear on, and people were saying, "Would you like us to leave?" And they're like, "No, you're all right. They're all right." And then they lined up in a line. And we said, "Are you sure you don't want us to just leave?" And they go, "No, it's fine." And they went in and just smacking people with nightsticks, smacking them. And I spoke one bloke. He was a chef. He had a job. Him and his missus, and they broke his arm with a nightstick because they were going to go for his missus, and he ducked over her and put his hand up like that, so they came down, bang. So they were going to smack his missus in the face with a nightstick, and he just went over her like that to protect her, and they got him in the arm. Yeah, because people were dancing and having a dance. Yeah, yeah. I've seen it with my own eyes. They are violent fucking scum, you know. And anyone who thinks they're
Too much power gone to the Reds.
yeah, and a lot of them, you know, they come from. You've got to question why anybody would want to be in the police anyway. You know, they've obviously got some sort of power fucking tripping going on anyway to want to be in that sort of job. But, you know, you do get a lot of ex-military types who are a little bit sort of they want war, they want aggression, and, you know, yeah. Can they keep that fucking, those feelings suppressed, or at least, you know, attempt to look passive enough to be able to get by without getting in trouble? And that's the, you know, there's your general. Often a lot of police officers are like that, you know, and you know they're all right most of the time, but you know you put them in a situation where you go, right, we want you to fucking have a go at those people over there. They can't wait to get the fucking riot gear on. They're like, yeah, fucking here we come, you know. So the way you stop people fighting.
You got a donation.
Oh, thank you, Richard Warnock. Oh yeah, there's 2 donations actually up there. Richard Warnock, hello Jackie and Matthew. Sorry, I heard the noise and I ignored it. Sorry, you're right.
Didn't actually come up on this screen though.
They're actually both from Richard Warnock, and they're both saying hello cool. Jackie and Matthew. So, thank you twice then.
Hello Richard.
Thank you twice. I wonder if the other one is. I think they are both from Richard Warnock. I'm scrolling up, but I can't see the other one.
I only see one.
Yeah, I only saw one. Oh my God, he's just done another one. And now it says, hello Jackie and Matthew again. Well, hello Richard Warnock. Hello Richard Warnock. Hello Richard Warnock. That's all I can say. Hello Richard Warnock. So thank you. And thank you and thank you and thank you for your donation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, somebody's gone on about Crime Bodge. I've actually seen him on YouTube. He is actually pretty clued up on all the procedures.
Yes, he is. And I was thinking of asking his opinion on what just happened to us. Because, you know, it's like what I don't want to go into too many details, but what they did is they pulled us in on vagrancy and then tried to change it. And they were like, oh, we think you're vagrants. And then when we got back to the station, they're like, oh, no, we're going to change that now. 12 hours later, they go, we're going to change that now. And it's like, really? Like I said, I don't want to. I want to keep it for a special occasion when we start talking about. Yeah, but the
thing is, they pull you up if you make a mistake. It's like, oh, hang on, you said such a thing. Yeah. And so it's like one rule for one and one for the other.
Yeah.
Says it all again.
True Love says, my friend was a police officer and he was fired as he never met his arrest targets. As wanted solver the issue. As he wanted to solve the issue by talking rather than arresting. This was a few years ago. Well, yeah, you know, it's one of those sorts of jobs where they just want people that are going to do the job, and they're actually going to bring numbers of people in, and they're going to bring COVID, you know, like fines and things like that. I mean, a lot of these COVID fines get squashed, you know, but the point is the police are like, you look like you shouldn't be here. Well, no, I've got a reason. I don't believe your reason. Have a fine. Argue with the court. And that's what they argue with the court. I've just given it to you. That's tough.
Make the system even worse.
Yeah.
Back it all up. Yeah.
So
the real criminals get away with it all.
And I mean, you know, in a much nicer way, they said that to me in the interview. They said, and regarding this COVID thing now, and I went, yeah, and they were like, well, you know, you shouldn't really be out, like, you know, doing this filming. And I'm like, it's not for you to say. You know, I'm not being impolite, but that's got nothing to do with you. And he goes, well, you know, you can't justify why you're out. And I said, well, no, work. If you can't do it from home, I said, look, I'm in my house like 5 days a week editing, right? I'm socially distancing, and you can't get much more of a socially distancing thing than what we're doing, filming out in the middle of nowhere, right? Keeping away from the public, right? And it's like, and it is work. And he goes, well, it's not really, is it? And I said, well, I could say your job's not a real job too, you know? And I said, you wouldn't like it, would you? I said, but the point is, you want a justification for what I'm doing? The BBC are out filming in London, yeah, right now. And they're not letting anyone tell them that they can't do that, right? And that's their job. And what's that for? What is it, news, or is it very important? No, it's drama. Yeah. So the public demand their entertainment, so the BBC are demanding that they'd go and film it. But they're also demanding they're filming it in the place that's got the most COVID. You'd think they would like shut that down for a bit, you know, just out of respect for people's lives and what's going on right now. The BBC would like to be seen to be a shining light and doing it the right way. No. No.
Yeah, right.
No. They're saying, we got the right to film in London and we're going to film in London. We're going to take a whole film crew out with us and we're going to move it around London with our stars, you know. And it's like, really, you know. So that sends a really good message out to the rest of us. Should we give a fuck? Should we give a fuck? Well, you know, should we? It's like a politician saying, like, you know, you must stay at home. And then he's going out on a holiday. You know, oh, but you must stay at home. You must stay at home, but I'm going to go and like sleep with my missus and do this and do that and na. You know, it's like, really? So we must do this, is it? You're not going to do it. So yeah. But anyway, I mean, I stick to the rules, and it's like, you know, it's if it's something that can't be done at home, then I go and do it. But I try to respect things as much as I can. But I'm not going to sit in the house all bloody week. So
I don't blame you.
So Richard Warnock has sent another 2 donations of $5. Maybe he doesn't realise they're getting through. They're getting through, Richard. Thank you.
Yeah, Richard, stop sending.
No, he must have sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $25 worth now, I think it is. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. They're all disappearing now as they're mostly timing out now. So.
Yeah. You can see the little line going over saying, right, yes, it's coming to the end.
Well, look, I'm going to head off in a minute because I said I was going to be really ruthless, right? And I was going to make this a 2-hour jobby rather than the 10-hour jobbies I'm normally used to. So there we are. Anyway,
so you got things to do. You got to have food. You got to probably do editing, sort the doggy out, and all the rest of the malarkey.
Yeah, I don't even have any idea.
Life.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many people are actually watching the stream at the moment? Any ideas?
253.
Wow, that's amazing. And over 1,000 people have viewed it. So not everyone's watching continuously. So there's over 1,000 people have viewed it, and there's 253 in the stream. Wow. So yeah, I'll try and keep it controversial, not because I want to, but because unfortunately there are some people in this world who are forcing me to. I don't want to make it this controversial. I don't want to make it this controversial at all. I'd rather talk happy talk. But, you know, obviously there's going to be a few more of these streams where we are dealing with some rather awkward matters pretty soon. So, and then I will be happy. I will have got it off my chest for the wankers.
Yeah, because sometimes, that's it. You feel better because you've said what you need to say, and then you're like, right, okay, now I can move on and sort out what I need to sort out, but at least it's out there.
Yeah. Sean Frizzell, thank you very much for your donation. Very kind. So at least we've got it off our chest, and there's going to be some good videos coming up where we actually have a little chat about we're going to chat. And the thing is, it actually is quite. I find it. I have to do it, but it's a little bit tedious and boring as well, you know, because I don't want to really have to do it. So what I've said is, so that I don't have to do it, I think that what I said on Urban Lad Yorkshire's thing the other night still stands. And if you want to go and check out Urban Lad Yorkshire. Okay, he's that guy there, right? That's his,
I know. He is.
Oh, hang on.
I've talked to him. He is a nice, genuine Yorkshireman.
Yeah, and you know, he did a live stream, and I saw this guy on there, and I jumped on there, and I said, funny I should see him on your thing, because I'd seen him in your videos, because I'd seen Urban Lad Yorkshire's actually gone out and done some explores with him. Baz Mulcahy.
He's done the dirty on him.
I don't know if Urban Lad Yorkshire said he hasn't had any problems with this guy. So, but there's quite a few others who have.
The lucky ones.
He's one of the lucky ones, yeah. But he just happened to be on his stream because, of course, I mean, I don't think this guy would have been on his stream if they weren't pally. But I just said, Urban, you know me, right? And you got this guy on your stream. I want to have a little chat with you. And I came on live, and I just said, right then, what do you reckon to all this? And I laid it before him. Right now, to be honest, I was quite emotional. And I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to get that level of emotion up of again. Okay, I don't want to go there, right? Because that was like, I was quite angry with that one, to be perfectly honest. And I got it off my chest, and I felt much better afterwards because I'd got it off my chest. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is when we do this thing with this Matt Hopper guy, right? I'm going to play that on my channel with his permission. You know, I don't think he'll mind, but I'm going to play that, which is about half an hour or an hour of me ranting full fucking force, right? And then at the end of that, I'm going to switch back to me and some other people who want to chime in, and we're going to take it to the next thing, and we're going to present the evidence that I hinted at on Urban Lads. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. Here's the evidence.
I'm assuming these were the people that are getting the same crap off this guy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Baz Mulcahy has sent me 3 donations. My God, thank you very much, mate.
Very nice.
Yeah. These donations, by the way, are paying for. It cost this shit. No, the shit that went down the other night, right? I'm not going to give the details because, like I say, I was stranded in fucking Plymouth, and it cost me about £100. And thank you very much, guys, because this is pretty much paying for the shit I had to do the other night. So anyway, and I'll go into it in more details. But I'm not begging. I'm not begging because I had the money to cover it. But this is just erasing that fucking nasty little incident that happened the other day. So yeah, thank you. It is going to be, it's well appreciated. So
I was asking you a question.
Yes.
He wants to know what gimbal you should
what
get
gimbal for a newbie. If you're using a phone and you want, oh hello, just picked it up and it made a noise. Okay, it's telling me. No. It's just normally if it wasn't COVID, on a Thursday we would have a ham radio club in Swindon. So I go up with all the chaps talking about ham radio stuff. But we haven't had that. Cool. But my phone still tells me every Thursday, remember when life used to be nice and people could meet each other? We used to have a ham radio club. We could go and chat. It's like, nice people, meet nice people who want to be friendly with each other and help each other out, like Urbex should be. No, not like fucking stabbing each other in the back and fucking, people who want to show you how to do electronics and want to share their knowledge with you. Yeah, anyway, sorry, that's what it was. Anyway, right.
Yeah,
Phones are best.
Quite reasonable.
Yeah, it's the way people should behave. Yeah. Oh, Mike Smith, thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Okay, appreciate it. Very kind. The gimbal you want is probably a DJI Osmo, they're called, and you put your phone in it and then you walk around, it keeps it smooth, and you can point it up and down, and if you push a button it'll point up and down. If you let go of the button, and if you move it'll stay in one place. And it's got a little joystick, so you can also position it very slowly with the joystick, if you want to, or you can move your arm and it'll reposition it that way. So there's all sorts of modes on it. But the thing is, don't pay more than £100 because you can get them for £100, right? So they're pretty cheap. They have been known to go wrong, but you should have a year guarantee with it. It's possible you could extend your guarantee. I would say if you can reasonably cheaply extend a guarantee for not much, it might be worth it because they can go wrong and you can bang them and they would stop working. And if you can get one just replaced, then it might be worth putting a couple of quid into it, but it's only £100. And the thing is, the quality of footage you'll get out of your phone after you start using one is just wow. Because everyone goes like, oh, I've got a shake thing, anti-shake thing. It's nothing like having a proper gimbal, a real gimbal. So if you are talking about DSLRs and big cameras, then you're going to need to get a big gimbal. And I personally have gone with the Zion, which is spelt, I'll type it in the chat thing under here. So it's Zhiyun. I think it's Zion Crane. So it's Crane. So I've got a Crane 2 at the moment because I've had a number of Crane 1s and they stopped working. Okay, so I think there might be a slight design flaw because the same thing happened with the first one, happened with the second one. So I would say don't get a Crane 1 or just a Crane. It's just called Crane. Right, get a Crane 2. Right, and that means 2. Okay, not a plus, because a plus is not a 2. Okay, so don't get a Crane plus. That's not a 2. Right, if you get a Crane 1, it's a Crane 1. Okay, You've got to get the 2. Okay, that hasn't died on me yet, and it can take very heavy cameras. You know, well, not like, you know, not bloody weight, but, you know, a small DSLR with a small lens on it. So that's what I would recommend. And yeah, try one of those. I've got all mine second hand, so they end up costing about 200 quid for one of those. I wouldn't go spending a lot more than that. I don't think, if you look around on eBay, you'll probably get one for that sort of price. You can get second hand DJI Osmos, but because of the fact that it could go wrong, you're probably better off buying it new, so you don't get any aggro about returning it under warranty and things like that. I would just say spend the money, you know, spend the money, get it, you know, properly with a receipt, so you won't get any aggro. But bear in mind that if you've got a really large phone as well, that they don't sit properly with some phones. Like, you slide them in, so you slide it in and then the phone falls around. Now, if it does that, right, read the instruction manual first, right? And if the instruction manual isn't good enough for you, watch YouTube videos, right? Because what people don't realize, even all the people I've ever met with one, and I go, is your gimbal in balance? And they go, yeah, it works fine. And I'm like, no, is it in balance? And they're like, well, it works. And I'm like, yeah, it probably eats the batteries too. And it's like, and the motors get hot. And they're like, well, they do get a little bit hot. And yeah, it does eat the batteries. I'm like, yeah, because it's not in balance. I said, turn it off. So they're using it. And then you go, turn it off. And it goes like this, buh. It's like, because it's not in balance. And it's literally goes, buh, and falls. Yeah. If your gimbal literally goes, doof, and falls to one side or like that, that's because it's out of balance. What you want is, right, if something is in balance, right, let's imagine my finger, right, if something is in balance, it doesn't go whoosh like that, which means it's too heavy on this side, yeah, and if it goes whoosh, it means it's too heavy that side, right? So what you have to find is the balance point. So when you slide your phone in, you have to slide it in to the point where it doesn't want to tip to the left and it doesn't want to tip to the right, and it's much harder with the balancing front and back. Okay, because you do have to put counterweights, which they don't tell you about in the manual. But if you put little counterweights on it, which are non-magnetic, so they cannot be magnetics, you can find coins or lead or various things that were going to weigh it down. What you do is you put a weight on the opposite side so that it will hold it in place. And then balance means that if you have the phone in the device, that you can kind of touch it and it will stay, right? Not sort of goes boing back, right? Because that's out of balance as well. If you go down and you let go and it returns, well, that's kind of not in balance, because balance means if you move it, it stays there. And if you move it, it stays there. And if you move it, it stays there. And if you move it, it stays there. That's in balance, okay? So that will make your life a lot easier. It stops the shakes. Sometimes they have the shakes if they're struggling too hard. Imagine if you had it balanced there, that weight, that's a lot of weight. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of weight. But if you have it balanced there, that's not too bad. If you have it balanced properly, it's almost it's a feather could move it, you know? Feather could move it when it's in balance. Okay, so that's what you need to remember with those things. If you want them to work well, and you don't want them to overheat, and you don't want them to die, and you want your batteries to last for 5 hours instead of 30 minutes. Okay, so if you need any more help with that, let me know. I might even do a video on it, because I've told people about it a few times, but it doesn't seem to sink in, so it might be better that I do a video. I've kind of done a live stream where guy Alex, he was like, I bought this gimbal and it just don't, he was walking, I can't, oh, it's fucking Alex, isn't it? I mean, what can you say? It's fucking Alex. He's walking around with this fucking gimbal.
Got another one.
Oh, what's that? Kieran O'Rourke. Thank you, Kieran. Yes. Thank you very much. He was walking around with his camera flopping around on the gimbal, right? And I said, well, it's not working, is it? The gimbal's not working. He goes, and he honestly thought that was it. That's how the gimbal's meant to work. The camera's flopping, so when he moves, the camera flops around. Right.
I always thought it was logical anyway. It stays stationary.
So the camera's, and I'm like, so is it in balance? And he's like, well, yeah. And I said, well, it's not. And it's like, and he didn't get it. He didn't even get the fact that his camera was not in balance and the thing wouldn't turn on because it was not in balance. It was so out of balance. So I don't take it for granted now that people really understand what they're doing with these gimbals. To me, it seems obvious. And you tell them to read the manual. And you say, if the manual's not good enough, watch a YouTube video. And even
Yeah,
that,
it's usually better because then if somebody's just playing it in front of you, then obviously you can pick it up quicker.
yeah. But trust me, even telling people to do those things is not good enough. You have to physically show them, and you have to literally nanny them and go, no, push it a bit to the left, and now you see, no, back and forth, now pull it a bit this way, bit of weight on the top, right, yeah. And they're going, what's all this fucking black magic you're doing in front of me? And you go, right, now you see it's in balance, because it's just like a little feather will make it move. Now you see, like a little feather will make it move, and it's not having to fall to one side. And then you go, now press the power button, and it goes pa-ching, and it comes to life because it's in balance. So yeah, Steve Ellis says, fucking Alex. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the thing, is like you get these bloody geniuses, and there we are.
You got another donation by Mark Urbex.
Murbex. Thank you, Mr. Murbex. Thank you very much, sir. So yeah. Mark, did you hear any of this shit that had gone on? Did you pick up on what actually happened when I was in your town the other night? If not, have a chat with me and I'll let you know, because it's in your neck of the woods. You'll probably be quite interested in what I got to say. Yeah. So you have to give us a shout, mate. Yeah, it's easy to laugh now afterwards. It's really easy to laugh afterwards. It's just like shit. I feel sorry for Simon, because he didn't get much sleep, but I was so tired I managed to get to sleep, except for the fucking idiots who keep waking you up all the time to see if you're not dead, So it's like, great. So but apart from that, I think it's probably time to go now, because what are we doing? We started at 3, didn't we? So 3, 4, 5, that's 2 hours, 2 hours and 8 minutes. So that's not bad. We're on a 2-hour live stream. So if we were to finish it now, it would be magic. And Mark has sent 2 donations of £5. Wow. So I think, oh my God, Mike Smith sent 3 19. No. Hang on.
I think there's something up, because I think it's glitching out, because every now and again, because even Barry's mentioned, it keeps glitching.
Oh my God! It looks like he sent me like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 donations of like £19.
I don't think they have, to be honest.
Mark,
did you? Because mine's only coming up singular, but I have seen it like flashing.
I know, it's weird. Mark, have you sent us 1 donation? And Mike Smith, have you sent me 1 donation? Because according to this, you ain't got a bank account left, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Check your bank account. Check your bank account. Mark's now sent 4. There's got to be something wrong. It's like popping up saying like he's now sent 4 donations. I mean, it's like,
exactly.
I mean, this is getting a bit wild. I don't know what to say. I mean, like, but thank you.
No, he sent 1. He says on he actually says, yes, only sent 1. So it's them. They're fudging up.
Okay, well, thanks anyway. Because I mean, I'm like thinking people are getting like, they just like, I don't want my money anymore. Matt, you have it. Yeah. You just have all my money, Matt. I'm just like, what? Yeah, YouTube is glitched out.
Something going on.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, on that note, before anyone empties their bank account at me anymore, I think it's done another one from Mark. Now it's popped up another one. So yeah, we better stop now before your bank accounts get emptied, folks. So thanks very much for watching. It's been emotional as per usual. But yeah, we will not let the bastards grind us down, and I'm gonna put a stop to it. I'm gonna put a stop to it, and we're gonna stamp this shit out properly. So
cool.
With that, thanks very much for watching, and I'm nearly finished on another video, so I reckon in a couple of hours time you're gonna have another video, so you're gonna have more and more and more, because when you lock me up in a cell, I come back and I just do more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah, and I'll be back down Plymouth more and more and more and more and more. So I'll be back in your cells more and more and more and more and more, and then you won't, and you'll be releasing me more and more and more and more, and I'll be going fuck off more and more and more and more and more, because no, I do not stop. Thank you very much. So yeah, so there we go, folks. We shall catch you soon. Thanks to Jackie Green's Cats and Things. If you want to go and see an amazing array of spiders and far too many cats, you know, she needs to be reported to the RSPCA for having too many cats in the house.
They already know.
Right, but you know, if you want spiders, creepy crawlies, too many cats, and a very understanding boyfriend who puts up with absolute hell, I'm sure, with all these cats and insects and everything, right?
Actually, one of them's actually sort of his now. I've got a praying mantis.
All right.
And yeah, he thinks it's awesome. The only thing is, he's not the one that's handling the bugs. I am.
No. Yeah. There we go.
But,
so you know,
I just think they're awesome creatures.
check out Jackie Green. She's far more tolerant than I am of creepy crawlies. Oof. We had I just to say we had an experience, right, when the video's not going to come out yet. We were in pigeon shit. It was this high, right? I mean, like Simon was standing next to it, and it was like coming up to his waist of pigeon shit, right? And it's like we had gloves on and things, and there were spiders, and we were like going like this, getting through spider webs and da 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 da, and the pigeons were on a ladder, and I was like up, my hands on a pigeon, and I was like out of the way, and it was like clambering on my hand, and I was like, no, get off my hand, and it's like sort of trying to get it off, and then it's like it's landed on my head, and there's like one's crawling up my body, like pigeons going doo 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 doo, crawling up me, like imagine if I'd been spiders. I don't mind, I like pigeons, right, but they're like crawling up me. People would have been freaking out. Some people were saying they would have fallen off that ladder because they were going, no, they would have fallen, and they'd probably die, you know. But I like pigeons, but it's just like...
Birds don't bother me. It's just, you don't really want to be putting your hand in shit.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
Coming down the ladder, they've then all gone back to their original perches because they're like, you know, that bastard, you know. So I'm putting my foot down slowly because it's like, oh, there's a pigeon. So I'm like going, oi, oi, I'm pushing it off, then putting my foot down. And then the next foot is like, oi, oi, oi. And then putting my foot down, and it's like, and they're all going, no. And they were so tame as well. We were able to pick them up. I was going Simon, and I was going Simon here, and I was handing him a pigeon, and he was putting it to one side, not chucking it, but he was putting it over there. Yeah, here's another one. And it's like, and another one. It's like handing him pigeons. It's crazy. So that's going to be an interesting video when you see that one. That was in Plymouth. So yeah, chucking pigeons at each other, like, yeah, have this. It's like, yeah, crazy.
Evil.
Yeah. So that'll be coming soon. So yeah, we got loads of good videos. And Simon, Derelict Plymouth Earth, has put one out of a fort that we did. And I'm going to put one out tonight, which will be, you know, another one. But I'll put my fort out, fort one that we did, out later. So if you want to check a video out where I'm in Simon's video, Derelict Plymouth and Earth, go and check him out. And don't forget to subscribe because they are, you know, an up-and-coming channel and they need your subscription. So anyone who loves moi, love my friends that we go out exploring with as well, and give them a subscribe because they'll, you know, be really grateful for it. So there we go. Thank you very much. Time to change my name, he says. Ha ha. RNB91. Yeah, indeed. So,
everybody's mentioning animals, and the thing is, creepy crawlies, snakes, geckos, guinea pigs, parrots, anything like that, do not bother me in the slightest. And I've probably owned or got most of. So yeah, mice, rats, nothing, don't bother me, never have done. Yeah. I've even had pet mice and pet rats. So I'm just no. The only thing I do not like, and that's just one creature I do not like, and that's centipedes. Millipedes are fine, centipedes, no. No. I usually just jump up and down on them things.
Oh dear.
With my size 8 rock boots and just crush them.
Oh,
like, no, you're just gonna die.
And we thought she was such an animal lover, but there's some animals.
Except for them, they are just wrong.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I love all other animals, just not.
Spaceman Leo says he has constant possum invasions in his roof. I think they are. Look, they're the cutest things, possums. I think they are really cute. Yeah. Yeah, fair play.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably like, oh, you can come in the house with me. I'll feed you, you know. There we go. A
I've
possum.
got to meet your doggy. I want to give her a cuddle.
Yeah.
Gorgeous doggy.
Yeah. I would call her in, but I ain't got no
I
food.
like animals in general anyway.
Yeah.
Humans I tolerate.
I'll tell her, just because we're going to say goodbye, I'll give her the false information I got food for her, but I'll go and give her a treat then. Hey, what we got by her then? Do you want tweets?
Oh, bring the baby in.
She'll come now.
The fur baby.
Yeah. She listens very intently for those words. So, she'll come in a second. She's probably wondering, is he being serious? Do you want a Tweeties? She comes. Oh, who's coming? So,
Devilish angels.
only
Saying about 2
time-
huskies is enough. I know somebody that's got 3 of them as well.
yeah, let me just press the button so we can get her on the screen then. There you go. There she is.
Oh,
Alright, the
big
papas.
fur baby.
You were crying, weren't you? Because they put you in the kennels.
No,
You were crying.
poor baby.
Yeah. And I've got I've got video footage of her crying in the kennels. Do you want to see it?
Oh
No, yeah, because I filmed her freaking out. I was going, hang on,
Aw.
let me just see if I can. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, hang on. Let's listen to this
no. Yes.
now. Angels. That's across the wall, so I'm not even in there. Bloody put her in the kennels, look. Put her in the bloody kennels.
No, poor baby.
That's my baby. My baby wants out. That's what the police have done to my baby. That's what the police have done to my baby. Hope they're bloody happy with themselves. Pathetic. No, they're not happy with themselves because if they could have, they would have probably shot the dog in the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it looked at me funny. I had to taser it and then we had to shoot it. Sorry.
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
And you think I'm an animal lover. My daughter, she's got now 2 rabbits, then 2 dogs. She did have a cat, but my son's got the cat. Every time they bring something, because she's gone back to retail because of the situation, but she's a sucker for rescues as well. In fact, the latest one that she got, I think when you looked at the video, the 2 staffs, one of them, somebody was just giving her away. And my daughter was like, no, I'm getting that dog now before somebody gets her and decide they're going to use her for fighting or something. She was like, no, I'm getting that dog. And she did as well. But she is a bit of a problem because she constantly wets her bed. So she's obviously changing the beds a lot. But she knows it's something to do with something that's whatever's happened in her past.
Yeah.
Poor doggy.
Yeah.
So, but she's one of them though. She's like, yeah. She rescues as well. So.
Oh, baby, what did they do to you? You don't like it, do you? You don't like it. And she come back in the car and she was crying in the car as well. She was like, oh, I'm so emotional because she'd probably been up all night because dogs be barking all night, and she's just like, oh, what's going on? You didn't like it, did you?
Exactly.
And
It's not going to be something she's used to, so she's going to be really stressed out.
They didn't even tell me whether they'd fed her. They just like, yeah, sign this thing, and just like, you know, they just like. And do you know what as well? Right, I honestly thought of giving them bad reviews, this place, because I rang them at 4 o'clock and it said, sorry, our opening hours are from 9 till 11, from 2 till 4. If you leave us a message, we'll get back to you. So I left them a message. I really need to get my dog. No response. 4 o'clock, you know, no response. Left them a message 4:30, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. No response. No response. They don't fucking respond. So you put your dog in with this kennel. You put the dog in a kennel. They don't want to know after that. They don't want to know you. Yeah? Don't want to fucking know you. So.
Yeah, but they'd soon fucking rip your money out of your hand though, wouldn't they? Given half the chance.
Probably they're thinking like, if he comes tonight, we'll only get 1 day's worth of pay, and if we keep him fucking hanging on, we'll get 2 days of pay out of the fucking police. So this is the thing. I know, baby, I know. She's pouring me. She's like, where's that tweet? I know. I'll come and get it for you now.
Yeah, Daddy's being evil.
I know. I did promise, didn't I? I promised you. Yeah, I will get it for you. I will. I will get it. You will have it. Oh, what's this? You will have it. You will have it now. Yeah. But that's the thing, see? You know, it's like they just. Why did they have to take my car? Why did they have to take my dog? Why did they have to keep me in for 15 hours? Because they want to inflict the maximum fucking shit on you. They can, you know. I honestly thought they were going to make me
Trying to find something out of nothing, really.
Yeah, I honestly thought they were going to make me pay to have the car recovered, because I've had that in the past. They go, we've recovered your car. We didn't have to, but we've done it, and now you have to pay. And do you know what they did as well? My friend, his car got stolen like that, right? It wasn't a car, it was his van. It was a Ford Transit van, right? And like probably because the keys are so easy, you know, to start on something like that. You know, somebody stuck anything in it and it started. So he's like, "Oh, my van's gone." So he rang the police and they're like, "Okay," took the report like that. Several hours later, they said, "We found you." They rang him up. "We found your van. It's up at the recycling centre above Pewsey, which is like on top of a hill." And they said it's parked up there. And he goes, "Oh, I'll come and get it now." No, no, no. We've arranged to have it recovered. And he's like, "Well, is it damaged or anything?" No, no. "But we've arranged to have it recovered." He goes, "Well, no, don't do that, because what? You're going to charge me for that?" And he goes, "Oh, well, it's already been recovered now. It's been recovered." And he's like, "Am I going to have to pay for this?" And they said, "Well, yeah, you'll have to pay the recovery company." And he's like, "I didn't ask you to do that." So it was £250. So his car got stolen and he could have gone up there and collected it himself. No, you have to pay £250 to a recovery company, because they're our friendly recovery company that we fucking give all the business to, and in mates of ours, yeah, fucking mates of ours, yeah. So they get all the money. And I said, well, you know, that you haven't asked the police to do that. You haven't given them permission to do it. You haven't asked them to do it, and they've just done it, and then you get sent a fucking bill. So imagine now if I turn round and just fucking I go and lift a police car out of the street and take it somewhere, and I said, "Well, I thought I'd recover it for you, and I'm going to send you a bill for £1,000." They'd go, "Fuck off."
Oh, yeah.
They'd go, "Fuck right off." They tell you to go and sling it, yeah? But it's all right for them to do it to you.
Oh, yes, like I said, one rule for one and not for the other.
Yeah. So
Dickheads.
I was lucky, because when I got there, I was fully expecting to have to pay, and I was expecting it to be at least 150 quid up to 350 quid. That's in my brain. That's what I was prepared for. I was like, I'm going to get fucking fleeced here. And I got there and they just said, "No, that's fine." And I said, "Anything to pay?" And they're like, "Nope." And I was like, fucking hell, I can't believe this. Maybe the police realised they dropped the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
So we shall see. So okay.
I'm on live.
Yeah. Not for much longer though. All right, I'm going to leave you now. Love you and leave you. So there we are. Okay, so we'll catch you soon then. Go and check her out anyway, because she's obviously busy now, so don't want to disturb her.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm not busy. It was just phoning up because we've got problems with our roof for the third time. We've only been in this house, was it 3-4 years? And we've had the entire roof slated, and then it was leaking again, and we had the chimney blocked, and then it started to leak again. So more money. So yes, and we want things done in this house because it needs it, but obviously if you have to keep piddling about with a roof that costs several thousands of pounds each time they come out and sort it, things are getting put back and put back and put back, and it's like,
well, surely if they did the job and it hasn't been done correctly, then they should come out and fix that. You shouldn't have to pay.
right, the first ones that we had, they took the absolute piss. They did the job, but they wouldn't come and take the scaffolding away. Now, fair enough, they contracted, you know, obviously they rent it off somebody else, they put it up, and then they leave it, and then they come and get it. It was there for months, weren't it?
What?
And in the end, we turned around and told them, if you don't come and get your scaffolding, we are going to ask a company to come and get it for absolutely nothing. And obviously, you're the one that's going to lose money. They came, I think it was the next day, didn't they?
God. Yeah, I had something similar. They put a scaffold up on a house I was living in, and it was there for like 5-6 months, and it was just like because they never came back to do the work. They just walked away. Then they just put the scaffold up and just walk away. Oh, we got to we'll come back when we're not busy. Oh, well, really? Well, I got to live with the scaffolding up over the fucking house. It's just like you get used to it.
Feel like somebody can get it's easy access to get into your house by bloody thieves.
Yeah.
And they don't think that.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird how some of these companies operate. It's just like, what planet are you on, mate? It's like, if you put the scaffold up, come and do the work.
Exactly.
I wasn't paying the bill because it was the landlord was paying the bill.
At another place.
Yeah.
Because it's another potential job,
Yeah.
I know they probably have several sets, but that's not the point, though.
Yeah, and the bastards,
It's
right,
still
after
gonna be a
6
bit of an
months,
eyesore.
eventually they did the work after about 6 months, and whoever paid for it, the landlord paid for it. And when they left, they took my fucking ladders with them as well. Fucking nicked my ladders. Great.
Thieving bastards.
Yeah, fucking wankers. Oh, they
left ladders in our back garden. Really, some really long ones.
Yeah.
So when somebody came out, it's like, oh yeah, do you want these ladders? Because we don't want them.
And they reversed their vehicle into the side of my van and scratched up the side of the van. I wasn't really concerned about it because I'm not one of these people who gives a shit about how things look, But it was like that they didn't. It's not the point. They didn't say anything about it. They didn't say anything about it to me. And I said to them, I said, have you had an accident with my van? And they went, oh, we might have done. Oh, sorry. And I went, yeah, well, why didn't you say? And then it's like, oh, sorry. And then they fucking, when they they fucking took the fucking ladders. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, these people. It's like, what fucking planet are these people from? I was just like, I can't be arsed with this. I just can't be fucking arsed. Anyway,
Obviously
right.
They've been dropped on their head.
Right, we better go because we can moan for the next 10 hours, I think, about shit that's happened to us over there. And people are saying, yeah, I need free scaffolding. Andrew Fody says assholes all around. Indeed they are. Yeah, it's crazy the shit that goes on, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, well, nice to speak to you, and we shall speak to you soon. And well, I'm going to end the stream now, so. We might continue chatting for a minute after the stream's finished, but yeah, right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you, folks, for tuning in, and thank you for everyone who sent donations in. We do love you, and you have probably cleared the bill that I had from the other night, which was just horrible. So yeah, but we shall. Yeah. Is my rope ladder up for sale? Yeah, not well. I'll show you how to make one. You don't have to buy it off me. It's cheap enough to make, as a Blue Peter, instructional. So
here's one I made later.
Yeah, made out of fairy liquid bottles. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay, catch you later, everyone.